Yo, 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 man. This is Point B, man, in the building, holding it down for the Nature Sports Network, man. And so we gonna get y'all kicked off. And you know what? The first drive wasn't looking good. The Panthers was driving down the field until a Andy Dalton pick six. He threw the ball right into the hands of Dante Fowler, who returns it all the way back for a touchdown. Washington is on the board already. Okay, already on the board. Defensive touchdown, pick six. You usually don't get that out for lineman. It was an attempted screen pass. I mean, and he was gone down the field. On that drive, Miles Sanders had a 26-yard run out of a jet sweep. Deontay Johnson had a reception on that drive as well. And so as they got the ball downfield, costly mistake from the Carolina Panthers. And I want to thank you guys for joining us on the Nature Sports Network. This is Point B. I am here. We are live. We gonna get down to it. We gonna do what we do. The guy's gonna be with me a little bit later on, but I appreciate you, man, for tuning in with us. You know, Looks like we got one of the fellas in the building already. Uptown Vito, what up, what up? Whenever you can, come on and speak to the people. But that's a plus drive right there. I definitely feel like that's an A plus drive for the defense,
That's an
man.
A plus drive for me. That's an A plus drive for me too.
Yeah, we don't get much defensive points on that side of the ball, man. And so starting out the game like that, and I mean, this is the second week in a row we started out with an interception. I mean, with a takeaway. Last week we didn't end up being so successful. This week we got to change that. We got to change that. Yeah, we definitely got to change that. So shout out to everybody for tuning in, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. It is Sunday. It is the Nature Sports Podcast. It is Point B. We got Uptown Vito and ETA Money Row in the building. Big Son will be with us, I'm sure, shortly. You know.
So, Uptown Vito, shout out to everybody in the Nature Podcast field. Shout out to all the followers, subscribers. Welcome back to the show. I'm Uptown Vito once again, 10-year vet on the podcast space. Enjoying the day as usual. I am just now catching up with the game to start. I was covering the last game a little bit on some betting stuff. We have a turnover to start the game so far.
Yeah. Yeah, we pick six, Dante Fowler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great way to
Dante.
start the game. Great way to start the game.
What would you give that? I mean, it being a pick
Dante
six.
Fowler has played excellent since he's been with us. I just want to say
Yeah, and you was talking about Fowler too, man. You wasn't so happy.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't about being happy. It was just saying that you were saying that he was playing on the defensive end, and I was saying that he was an outside linebacker. I just said that if you're going to play someone, if you're going to improve anywhere, you'd have to improve there. We hadn't seen the rookie McGee yet, right there, and with the guy that we got from the Cowboys that was Armstrong. With Armstrong being
Armstrong.
out this week, I felt like he was going to be at the end. It was a great
Yeah,
play.
he was an end. He was an end. It was a screen pass, basically, and it went right to his hands. He just was able to pick it off and take it to the house. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 ball on the 35-yard line. Andy Dalton under center, single back set. You got Leggett in motion, and it's a handoff. It looks like it doesn't get any yards. It appears to be Hubbard, but I'm not going to confirm that yet. Big tangled up. A lot of fellas tangled up in that situation. It looked like Jamin Davis on the tackle on that one. So this is gonna be real interesting, man. Frankie Louvu get a chance to get and Jeremy Chin going. And, I mean, not going, but playing against his old teammates, man. 2nd and 9. Ball on the 36-yard line. Andy Dalton, nobody in the backfield, throws quickly, and that pass is completed. But that's going to be a third down, quickly taken down. I mean, really good tackle, and that's Noah I. It's going to be a 3rd and 4. Jonathan Allen. He has 397 tackles, 41 sacks in 8 seasons, 2-time Pro Bowl selection. Has been placed on IR with a pectoral tear. And so it's a 3rd and 4, ball on the 40.5 yard line. Andy Dalton is in a shotgun set, one back with him. It's a quick pass. It's tipped. It's Mike Sanders still on the defense. There is no flag on the play. Really good play. Really good way to get them off the field. And I mean, he just locks up Deontay Johnson. He was not there early. Good defense, good way to prevent the catch. I mean, that's a really good play. And he does a little dance for him real quick before he gets off the field. So it's a 4-for-4, and they're gonna have to punt. That's gonna be an A+ drive on the defense for me as well. 2 A+ drives starting out. V, do you got a grade for me there?
I'm at an A plus. I'm at an A plus. I'm at an A plus as well.
A platinum.
Okay, so we got 2 A+ right here. You know, and so you are live on the Nature Sports Podcast. We're going to get to finally see the offense. It is 9:59 left into this first quarter. So the first 5 minutes was taken up by the Carolina Panthers. Even though they get no points, we have points. This is the first time that we get to see this offense start to work on the field, So I mean, I'm really happy with what I seen in his first 2 drives with the defense. Uh, I think the offense go out here and score some points right here. It will be dangerous. It will be very dangerous for them. I mean,
This offense
going down,
continue to progress.
huh?
I said the offense needs to continue to progress. I would
Yeah,
if I was the offense, I would worry about my side, let the defense figure themselves out and get more comfortable with each other. Uh, but you still got to grow and continue to open up the offense the best you can. I don't see us trying to. I mean, I'm excuse me. I would like to see us take advantage of where the Panthers are weak at, and like you said, score some points and make this separated so that you can keep Trevor Hubbard off of getting the ball, and turn
yeah.
passing team.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought we was going to be able to go up in this game, and so I was inches away from betting against Hubbard with the odds. But I said, you know what? I just held my reserve on that one.
I think
Held my reserve on that one. I mean, because it could go either way. I think that we can be very dominant in a situation, or we could end up
that.
laying the egg. So
Yeah.
we haven't laid too many eggs this year, but so shout out to us. You are here live at the Nature Sports Podcast, man. I'm Point B. Thanks for tuning in with me, man. Thanks for locking in with me, man. I appreciate you guys be in the building with me, man. So we're gonna continue to do what we do here on the Nature Sports. Excuse me, on the Nature Sports Podcast, live here. So the score is 7-0. Jaden Daniels, he is 75.3% completion percentage. Most people come in at 67%. He is a little bit above that. Austin Eckler in motion, and it's going to be a handoff. Oh, it's a read option. Oh, Jaden Daniels takes off. Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels goes down. That's like a 60-yard run. Oh my God. And I did not bet the yards running with Jaden Daniels, but guess what? That's like a 50-yard run right there, right off the bat. If you bet with Jaden Daniels rushing, he just ran. This is a read option. And I mean, caught everybody sleeping. Good block by Austin Eckler. He runs from the 10. He gets caught at the 40. 4 yard line. So that's like a right off the bat 46-yard run. I mean, crazy, crazy. And it's a handoff to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler gets about a gain of 6. Nick Allegretti, Brandon Coleman, Tyler Biadasz, Sam Cosmi, and Wiley is going to be our starting line, of course. Of course, you got Olamide Zaccheaus, Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson Jr., and Noah. Excuse me, I think Noah Brown is going to start this game, if I'm not mistaken. Prior to the snap false start on the offense, we're going to have to replay second down. Panthers defensive lineup is LeBron Ray, Tuttle. You got Johnson, Wallace, Wooten, Harris. Then you got Jackson, Scott, Woods, and J.C. Horn, which is probably the best defensive player. It's going to be a handoff to Jeremy McNichols. Jeremy McNichols dodges one person, gets about a gain of 8, and that's going to be a third and short. Great run by Jeremy McNichols. Great run by McNichols. I don't know if Brian Robinson is still out. I thought he was supposed to be playing. But we started this drive with Eckler and McNichols. And we are in a hurry up. We did not go into a huddle. Oh, there go Brian Robinson Jr. Yeah, it's going to be a swap, a personnel swap. And now we got Ben Sinnott on the field, man. It's probably going to be a handoff to Brian Robinson Jr. no more than likely. It's 3rd and 1, and that's exactly what it is, a handoff to Brian Robinson Jr. Brian Robinson Jr. picks up about a gain of 3, so that's going to be a first down. Washington. Brian Robinson does look like he got the pep in his step, man, and they use Ben Sinnott in a motion to lead block, and I really like that. Oh, Brian Robinson. Oh man, little boy in them already. Brian Robinson. That's gonna be about a gain of 12 right there. Brian Robinson Jr. I mean, this guy has been phenomenal. Third pick in the 2022 draft from Alabama. He has 9. Oh, Jaden Daniels is a read option again. Jaden Daniels runs, gets down about a gain of 8. I don't know what that was. I don't know if Jaden Daniels, I don't know if he's hurt or was it just him just playing smart or tired maybe a little bit. But him going down right there didn't look necessarily like super clean.
Nah, I think he wasn't in the right position to slide the right way, and I think he was
Yeah.
probably thinking about it a little too hard.
Okay. And that's a direct snap to Brian Robinson Jr. And Brian Robinson Jr. picks up the first and a little bit more. Brian Robinson looks really good today.
Brian Robinson got some nice bursts with him today.
Yes, sir. Brian Robinson definitely looks good today. So it's the 1st and goal. Ball at it looks like the 10-yard line, maybe. So and that's a quick pass to Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin does get tackled at the 5. So that was a quick pass from Jaden Daniels to Terry McLaurin. He basically motioned out of the backfield. I really do like that play. They've been trying to get Terry the ball, get Terry touchdowns. When you in the red zone, they players not plays, man, and sometimes that's what you do. I would love for them to get other guys involved into the red zone offense, though. I would love to see a Zach Ertz in the red zone do a little bit. Maybe a Noah Brown, and of course Brian Robinson Jr. has been doing really good. And it's a read option handoff, and they swallow that up, and we get stopped immediately. We get stopped immediately.
Hey, on the read option, it's a play where they tackle both men. I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's how people gonna start playing us. I want to see how Washington counters that, where they commit those guys to the line of scrimmage and they tackle both men on those read option plays.
Yeah, so ball is on the 9 yard line. Jaden Daniels drops back to pass. Jaden Daniels throws quick to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler gets blown up right there by Wooten, and that is going to be a fourth down. Red zone stop. Are we going to go or are we going to kick? Is the question. Wooten blows up Eckler. Eckler does hold on to the ball, even though he didn't catch it cleanly. He still, looked like he had possession of the ball, but that was a really good hit by Wooten. We're going to kick the field goal. It'll be a 23-yard attempt, Austin Siebert. It's up and it's good. 23-yard attempt is good. We up 10-0 now. 3:18 left in the first quarter.
I'ma get that drive a B
I
flat.
got C. I got a C. You gotta get seven there, man. You gotta get seven. Put them away.
I
You
mean,
do
that's
not
a
want
long
them to hang
drive.
around at all.
It's a long game. I ain't gonna punish him that bad for it. It was a long drive too. That was within inside the 10.
I think if you get a 50-yard run on a drive, you should score.
I'm gonna give it a B plus. I feel like a little bit like what V said. There was a long drive to get all the way down the field, and still, we didn't lose momentum by not scoring a touchdown. We up 10-0 right now. We put points on the board. I think it was a really good first drive. I don't know if Jaden Daniels was just shaking up or tired after that long run. But I would like to see what he looks like on his next drive because I don't feel like he necessarily looked himself after that long run.
Yeah, but I still feel like it's a situation where where it's that's just not gonna work. I think you gotta capitalize off the big play. And I'm not sure that they capitalized off the big play. I would like to see them get seven on a drive where you had a 50-yard run. I think you gotta cash in there. You got to.
I mean, 3 points is considered cashing in the NFL. It's a point on the board. Could have got nothing.
I agree. You could have got nothing. I agree 1,000,000%. So far, we got 2 A's for the defense. And on the offensive side of the ball, I got a B plus. V gives them a B, and Rowe gives them a C. I gave him a B plus because it was a long drive. We
I
still
should
got
have gave him an F. I should have gave him an F,
Why would you give him an F if they got points,
bro, because they had a 50-yard run and they ain't scored.
bro? That's not fair. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
he's just heartbroken, man.
That's not fair, bro. Look, look. You don't score on every drive, but you did score points. You didn't get nothing out of that drive, and that's the way I got to look at it. You did definitely get something out of that drive. They remembering old Redskins, and they got Sammy Ball, man. Sammy Ball, Redskin great, you know. And then they got Bobby Mitchell, okay, Bobby Mitchell, Sonny Jurgensen, okay. Of course, the great Sean Teller,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. It's Daryl Green's jersey
Jaden
retirement game.
Daniels is feeling discomfort after that long run. He is feeling discomfort. The trainers are working on him.
I told y'all, I seen that. I seen that. Yeah, he got up and
Good tackle.
probably like his rib or something like that. That's what it looks like it was.
He got rolled up on that long run. He got kind of rolled
Yeah,
over. If y'all
yeah.
remember the play
That's
when
why
he
I'm a
went to
bit of an advocate of finishing the run. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a bit of an advocate, not of slide when you got men on your back like that. I'm more of an advocate of finishing that run, trying to get out of bounds.
Okay. Now it's a fake pitch play. Andy Dalton throws the ball. The pass is completed. And it looks like it's gonna be a first. Oh man, Chen. It looked like it's a first down. Chen came in really late. It looked like Coker. on that reception. I mean, like Chen came in kind of late. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't a late hit, but Chen, you got to watch that. Like you just come doing anything late, man. You watch that, bro. So it's gonna be 10-0. The Carolina Panthers is 1-5. Washington is 4-2. It is 2:46 left in this first quarter. Man in motion. Andy Dalton, play action, has time, throws it. It is interception. It is Emmanuel Forbes Jr. Emmanuel Forbes Jr. That guy that everybody keep talking about. His flags on the play. A lot of flags on the play. I don't know what's going on. Let's see what it is. Let's see what the flags are.
It don't look like we was grabbing nobody. It don't
Let's
look like
see
we was
what the
touching
flags
nobody.
are. It was some late flags on that play. Vegas. They just gonna take my man interception like that.
Did they hit Andy Dalton or something?
I mean, they discussing it and they letting Andy
All
Dalton
that
say
trash they talk about Forbes. All that trash they talk about Forbes. All that trash they talk about Forbes.
Andy Dalton looks like he's walking off the field. Andy Dalton is walking off the field. It's going to be against the Panthers. Looks like it. Looks like it's probably going to.
Let's go.
That was a free pass right there.
And it looks like the play is going to stand. Emmanuel Forbes Jr., man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man.
But he did not play last
Emmanuel
week. He
Forbes.
didn't play last week, and the defense didn't look as good. And we talked about that on the show.
We didn't play the Panthers last week.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
The
saying.
results are there when he out there on the field. We look good. You got to give him some credit, right?
I mean, yeah,
Let's
he
go
played.
back to what you said
Hey,
last week too. We didn't look good.
listen,
We beat the good teams. This is
listen,
not.
bro.
This is
A
what we
good play
supposed.
is a good
This is
play,
what
man.
I feel like culture changes happen when you do what you're supposed to do against.
Oh, Jaden Daniels. It looked like he's going to be sat down.
Yep, this is the game to do it.
Wow. He slams his helmet on the sideline. Wow.
Now Jeff Driscoll is out, so you got Marcus Mariota to finish this, and this has messed up
Oh,
my
so they
whole
sitting
thing.
Jaden Daniels down. He not playing for the rest of the game.
More
They
maybe
didn't say the rest of the game.
just sitting him down right now.
Yeah, he just slammed his helmet on the sideline. He looks
Who
like he's
Jaden
in a
Daniels did?
yes.
Oh
He
my
looks like
God.
he's in a bit of pain.
Here we go. All of man, you know what the Redskin fans gonna say. Y'all already know what they gonna say.
That's what you're saying right now. You
We know what this is. Y'all act like we know what they gonna say. We know what they gonna say. Let's not act like we don't know. We all know. Everybody knows.
I didn't see him slamming to Haloti Nada. I didn't see a knee collision. I didn't see nothing doing with his legs. So, but I mean, okay. RG3 definitely ain't get hurt on the 50-yard run. I tell you that.
Jay Daniels headed into the locker room.
Yeah, that's what I said. This is the week to do it. Your defense has won the game for you already.
This is why I said you should have kept Sam Howell. Because now you're not stuck with Marcus Mariota.
Well, hold on now. This does blow one of my tickets. I know that for sure. But honestly, when you think about it, Marcus Mariota, can he run this offense for 2-3 possessions? Jaden Daniels might not be done for the day.
He gonna feel like he is.
He might have broke a rib. He might have broke a rib or something, man. You don't know what's going on, man. Them joints delicate.
Damn,
man.
bro, you gonna say a broken rib, but why the worst?
Hey,
I'm not trying to say that. I don't mean to say that. I don't mean to say that, but I'm just
dang, bro.
Marcus Mariota under center. Marcus Mariota read option. Marcus Mariota truck somebody. He go out trucking. That's what I'm talking about, Mariota.
Thank you, Leo.
We gonna rock for Mariota today, man. That's what I'm gonna do at least. You know what I mean? Marcus Mariota on a 3-yard run, but he definitely got his truck stick on right there.
He ran hard for that 3 yards. too.
Hey, man. Hey. One thing Marcus Mariota can do is run as long as he ain't hurt.
Nah, nah.
I mean, and it's a play action. Oh, Marcus Mariota spins out. Marcus Mariota takes the sack.
Yep.
That wasn't on necessarily Mariota. I'm going to blame Lucas for that because Harris beat Lucas right off the bat. I mean, Harris dominated Lucas right there.
Bro, my
And
man stiff, bro. That
Andy
nigga,
Dalton
that
is licking
nigga-
his chops.
it's like he
Andy
don't, it's like
Dalton is
he ain't
licking his
worked out.
chops. Huh?
It's one of two things. Is this what 30 looks like in the NFL, or is it like he not working out?
Oh, man. And that is a false start, and that's going to be on Zach Ertz. That's going to be on Zach. So, first quarter has been ups and downs so far. Jaden Daniels goes out on injury. We score a defensive touchdown. It's 3rd and 15. Marcus Mariota is in. Uh, and we're probably not going to do anything special. Mariota drops back pass, has time. Mariota fires deep. Mariota has a man. He overthrows the Army Brown.
He don't got the arm. He don't got the arm. He
He
don't got the
overthrew
arm.
it.
No, it wasn't about his arm. His arm, it was inaccurate. It was inaccurate. The Army Brown was open. If he could have hit the Army,
Wide open, bro. Wide open.
just out of reach.
He hasn't played, bro.
Yeah. Fewest punts through the first 6 games of the season.
If
This
Jaden
season we
Daniels
have
is
11.
gone an exorbitant amount of time, are they going to tank again?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be back.
Oh man. Hey, bro.
I'm just asking a question,
Come on, man. Come on,
bro.
man. You gotta think positive for what you're
I
saying
think it's
so
going to be
far.
good. Don't get it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. He came down awkwardly. That was an awkward way to come down. That's why I said I'm more of an advocate for finishing the run. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of an advocate for using the stiff arm, finishing the run, trying to get out of bounds, more than sliding when you got 2 men on your back like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
I mean, he felt like he just went down. He probably couldn't go go any further at that point in time. I mean, this is a pivotal time right now. This is where the defense is going to need to step up. I feel like the defense has stepped up throughout these first 2 drives, but I feel like they're going to have to step up one more time, especially right here. I mean, of course, Marcus Mariota came out there, didn't do much. We punted for the first time, of course, and didn't get points like we should have. But we got 2 turnovers already. 2 turnovers. 2 turnovers. So we can continue to play hard. Dorrance no, excuse me, no, that's Jamin Davis. I will say Dorrance Armstrong. Dorrance Armstrong is out today, if I'm not mistaken. And Jonathan Allen is done for the season, like I said earlier. That's going to be a tackle by Holmes. I do not know who Holmes is. Oh, Holmes is the guy we just got. We did just pick up a couple people recently. Holmes, I believe, is from the Patriots. 9, 8. It's a couple seconds left in this first quarter. Are they going to try to get it off? They did not try to get it off. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Washington up 10-0. Jaden Daniels in the locker room. 2 turnovers by the defense already. Includes a pick 6 by Dante Fowler. What a interesting first quarter we have today. V, you got anything to say so far about this first quarter? Ro, you got anything to say so far about this first quarter?
You said what? One more time?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you got anything to say about the first quarter?
Outside of Jaden Daniels getting hurt, Cliff and the gang are gonna have to do some work. I definitely believe the defense can do it the way they've been playing so far, but 10 points is not enough to sit pretty in an NFL game. So I'd like to see what the guys put together. If you got to heavily rely on B Rob, I think in Eckler and McNichols, you're gonna have to do it. Good grades for the first quarter though, outside of Jay Daniels getting hurt.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was a very positive first quarter outside of the quarterback going down. you know,
Oh,
and let's pray that it's not nothing major, more or less maybe like a stinger or something that's going to just keep him out for maybe another drive, if that. They're going. I know they're going to go work on him in the locker room, and working on him in the locker room is going to entail a lot of different stuff.
hmm, all of them together.
But thank you guys for tuning in with us, man. We are
All right.
live here on the Nature Sports Network. This is football. This is Sunday. We are live. Washington
I
versus
I got
the
something to say.
Panthers.
We're not doing as good as I would think we would be doing. 2 turnovers in the first quarter, and you only got a 10-0 lead. You only got 3 points out of the whole offense in the first quarter. You got Jaden Daniels hurt. I think this is a dangerous time for the team right now.
Oh man, bro, why you always panicking, bro? You're in panic mode right now. We up 10-0. What is there much to panic about?
Hmm? Yeah.
Other than
Ten
Jaden Daniels,
nothing. You got
huh?
This is crazy.
What?
they got the ball, and they got the ball,
You said what?
and they got the ball. On top of which they got the ball. 10-0. They got the ball. 2 turnovers in the first quarter. You only got 3 points out your offense in the first quarter. The 7 points came from the pick six. We're not doing as good as we're not up as much as that score might indicate. Is what I'm saying.
You only had 2 offensive possessions, and one of them is without your quarterback.
I agree. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I'm just saying that yes, it's what you
And
said.
the
The defense got to win the
first,
game, but the offense is not looking good
first
at
three
all in this game.
first three possessions for the Carolina Panthers. Interception, punt, interception. The Forbes, to go back a couple drives. The Forbes interception, I gave A plus to, and it's a sack, Frankie Louisville, and that's money for me. That's good money for me. Jaden Daniels, please come back. Please come back so I can win my ticket. Please come back. I didn't even bet on his running. That's Frankie Louisville sack. That's gonna be a fourth down. They're gonna have to punt. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I gave that interception drive an A plus, and I gave this last drive a
Okay.
D, only because we had a new quarterback. I will be harsher this drive. Uh, and that last defensive drive, I just gave an A plus to.
I get an A
Um,
as well on the defensive side. On the offensive side, I'm gonna give a D. Actually, I'm gonna give an F because not because Mariota didn't perform well. I'm gonna give an F because Cliff Kingsbury didn't run the ball with a running back. You literally
okay,
came right in and tried to put it on his shoulders, and I just don't
okay,
think that should have been the approach. You gotta let a quarterback warm up, and handing the ball off sometimes, just getting in the rhythm of the game is a little bit better. Maybe this drive right here, he'll let that happen. I mean, he also may have wanted to let him get hit in a safe way where you kind of just wake up and know that you're in a football game, but
yeah,
you got to get your quarterback, into it like that. I would rather run, and you've been having some positive plays during the running right now, so I get B Rob and Eckler and them back involved.
okay, okay, okay. What did you give that Forbes interception drive?
A plus. It's a,
Okay,
it's, a, it's a turnover. Any turnover for me gonna be an A platinum.
and what did you um my bad, what did you give?
The offensive drive after with Mariota was an F.
No, I know you said the F. What did you give this last defensive drive? They just made him punt three and out basically
I'm A plus. I'm A plus on that. I'm an A plus on that.
on his last drive.
Yeah. I'm an A
And
plus.
what did you give the Forbes interception?
That's an A plus too. That's an A plus.
I mean, I gotta confirm it on air, man. I gotta confirm it on air. So, what did you give the Marcus Mariota drive?
I told you it was an F. It was a F, and he probably gonna get F. Let me be quiet.
Hey,
F.
bruh. Come on, man. Don't cast your dark shadow on this offense today, man. We gotta think positive, man. We gotta think positive. We up 10-0 right now. We got the
I'm
ball
waiting
back.
for the Jaden Daniels news. Y'all know I have not been a Marcus Mariota supporter from day one, so this should
I,
not
I,
be a surprise to anybody.
I'm not telling you to support Mariota. What I'm telling you is just don't cast the dark shadow over the offense. Okay. Okay, no shadow casting over the offense. Even if you don't believe in a Mariota, just talk about somebody else right now. Okay, I ain't saying you got to ignore when he makes a bad play, but don't cast the dark shadow. The man is going to go out there. He's going to perform fine. Is what I'm trying to put energy into the world. This is Marcus Mariota's second drive. And we are going to start with the ball at the 41-yard line. It's a handoff to Brian Robinson Jr. Brian Robinson Jr. gets through for about a gain of 8.5. Jaden Daniels. I muted it so I can listen to the news.
It's dangerous territory, man, without Jaden Daniels out there. I need to hear what's going on with him. That's number one priority for me.
Okay, that's a 2nd and 2. It was a run, and Brian Robinson Jr. picks up the first. Listening to the news on Jaden Daniels, basically what happened was he ran. He on that second run, he gets up, he feels a bit of discomfort. He after the field goal or during the field goal, he attempts to throw the ball a couple times. He feels some discomfort there too. He slams his helmet. He goes to the pop-up tent. Marcus Mariota takes a shot deep, and it's a flag on the play. It's gonna be pass interference. It was attempted to Noah Brown deep, and that's gonna be some points right there because that's gonna be field goal range.
All right, all right, all right.
Yes, sir. Uh,
Oh
let me
yeah,
finish.
yeah, yeah.
Let me finish the Jaden Daniels. Let me finish the Jaden Daniels update, and that's excuse me. That penalty is on Smith Wade, and so when Jaden Daniels goes into the pop up tent, they stay in the pop up tent for a very short period of time, and then go back into the locker room immediately. There has been no updates on it right now. Penalties. It is 2 penalties, 39 yards for Carolina, 3 penalties, 20 yards for Washington. So welcome to the show, Big Son. I don't know if you heard, but there's some bad news in Redskin Park right now. Washington Park,
Yeah, I'm looking
Uh,
at the game, so I seen it.
okay.
I think he'll be all right though. I don't think it's something for us to be super worried over,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
with the resurgence of this game right here. If a game for us to take off with Jay Daniels, this is the game.
And
Like
that
to
looked
me,
like a
I don't mean
touchdown
to
for
be
Brian Robinson
disrespectful.
Jr.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't
Looked
mean
like
to
a
be
touchdown.
disrespectful, but it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Especially with Brian Robinson coming back, I knew he was going to run the ball a lot. So if you want to sit Jay down the rest of the game, feel free to do so because
This
this
the
is
game to
practice.
sit him down, big son. I said that.
This
This
is
the game
practice.
to sit him down. The defense already
Yeah.
won in the first two possessions. It
Yes.
could be serious, but guess what? If it's not, you don't need to bring him back. And it's very good for Mariota to get a game to play where you can actually play 3 quarters where if you're needed, you can show your worth.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
you go early, and you as a team can make that decision. But this is a perfect game for Mariota to go out and get a team win. Don't make no mistakes. Try to make some plays. Let Cliff call a game plan and show Cliff's worth as well, because that was a great drive with running plays. Like I said in the first drive, if you would have did
Yeah.
this first drive, we'd have never known Mariota look bad.
Hey, now What are we gonna get this drive, man?
A plus. It's a
That's an
little
A plus.
A platinum,
I
baby.
will say
A
this, Vito.
platinum.
You're right. You're right about Mariota getting some time to be able to figure out what he can and can't do. I do agree with you there.
You said it in recent weeks. Like you said that he's what happens if. So this is a great time to have that game so that you know what happens if you know what you can and cannot do and whether you're going to have to rely on your defense or what you're going to have to do offensively to get points. If you need to attack downfield, he's thrown two really good balls. Now, don't get me wrong. The first one was off target, but it wasn't underthrown and it wasn't overthrown to a point where it looks like it's just unbearable. That was something that can be fixed over a couple of weeks' time if it was a long injury or something like that. The second pass, that was on target. If it wasn't a pass interference, that's a catch by Noah Brown. So right
Yeah.
now, at least the deep ball doesn't bother me. It will be the intermediate and the short stuff as far as I'm getting the ball out on time. He doesn't run really fast. His acceleration, and maybe because Jaden Daniels is so fast, Mariota looks really slow. So I don't want him to be trying to figure out where to run to in the pocket. I want him to try to get the ball out fast, and that's going to be based on him and Cliff's play calling and what he's comfortable with. I'm more than sure that Cliff wasn't planning on trying to make the game plan for Mariota. I know as a professional you have to have one, but I'm pretty sure that he didn't have one for Mariota, not with the way that Jaden's been looking. You started working on some things that you can implement later on, and now you got to kind of restructure that.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Sir. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Tom.
it's a necessary evil for this team. Sad to say, to know exactly what you have in your backup QB and just in your team in general. I think this week we have really surged this defense. This defense have come alive. I like the play that they put them in, but also we have to take in consideration this is the Panthers. So,
I
with that
mean,
being
it's
said, this is a
four-seven.
good practice game for you guys to get yourself dressed well and
It's
face the rest of
4-17
the season
nothing.
head on full steam. Yeah.
Yeah, the score is 17-0. So I mean, unless Jaden Daniels is needed, I don't think he needs to play in this game. And the kick return, and who was that? Davis gets just bulldozed. I mean, like he just tossed Leggett. I mean, Leggett just tossed Davis like he was just a child, man. Shout out to Washington. This October 1st, they went through Children's Hospital and met with the kids, man. Ben Sennett, looked like Colson Yankoff. It looks like the rookies, honestly. Brandon Coleman was there as well. Shout out to them. So it's 11:27 left in the second quarter. Washington is up 17-0 on Carolina. Drake made 276 and two touchdowns in his debut as a quarterback today. And oh man, Dalton is running. Dalton is running. Dalton gain of about 3, man. They had Dalton running using the hot legs, man. Using the hot legs, man. Cause otherwise Dalton was about to get killed back there. Excuse my language. You know, I can't say that online. My bad, my bad. But I do mean it in the offensive. I do mean it in terms of football. Okay. Second and 6. Ball on the 25-yard line. You got Leggett in motion, and it's a handoff to Hubbard. Hubbard gets about a gain of 4. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 2. Looks like Bobby Wagner was on the tackle. Can we get him off the field here? We get him off the field here, man. Jaden Daniels might as well stay in the locker room and chill. Bobby Wagner in his 13th season. He is a Super Bowl champion. He has 100+ tackles in all of his 12 seasons before this. It's a 3rd and 1. Play action. Dalton throws it. It's caught, and it is short. He ran back behind the line. No, that is a bad spot. Oh yeah. Nah, brother. Nah. You are down, brother. That's gonna be a 4th and short. He catches it and he almost had it. He runs back and gets pushed back, and he does not extend the ball before he goes down. Oh, they gave him the first down. That is a horrible spot. I disagree with that totally. And it's a handoff, and Hubbard gets about a gain of 8. Jeremy Chin on the tackle. That was a really good run by Hubbard. I mean, that offensive line, man. And I mean, Hubbard comes with the cutback. Almost got caught with a face mask right there, but Jeremy Chin comes through and does some cleanup work right there. And it's going to be a 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39-yard line. It's a handoff. Hubbard gets caught in the backfield this time. Who was it? It looked like Louisville. And that's going to push them back at least a yard. My bad. It wasn't Louisville. It was a number 4, though. It was Big Deron Payne. Big D Payne, man, on the tackle. I know I seen that 4 right there. It's going to be a 3rd and 2. Like a half-yard loss on that one. On this drive, 4 rushes, 1 pass, 18 yards. 3 minutes taken off the clock. And it's a handoff to Sanders. Sanders does not get it. This defense is playing A1 right now, man. This defense is playing lights out. Right now. Handoff to Sanders. And Bobby Wagner is there first. Cleveland Furrows shreds off a tackler. Then you got Jerzon Newton right there. It's a 4th and 1. They are going to go.
Furrow, great stand-up by Cleveland Furrow. Great stand-up. Because he could have let him drive forward. He stood him up.
They are 4 and 13 on 4th downs this season. And it's a handoff, and they do not get it. We're going to get the ball on the 30. What's that? Oh, that's Fowler again. Fowler
has been dominant. Fowler has been dominant.
A career game. Dante Fowler. Oh man, he is right there. As soon as
shout out to Big Son. Big Son liked the pick when we got him. Big Son
Leo.
We got.
What you say, Leo?
Shout out.
Stay positive.
What I say? Stay positive, bro. You know. Look. We are about 10 yards away from more points, whether it's a field goal or not. You know what I mean? Now we want to get in the end zone right here, but we are 10 yards away from points right here.
Leo, didn't I say
which way you cut
first 2 defensive possessions?
Yes, sir.
Hey,
so what are we giving? What are we giving them right there, fellas? What are we giving them?
Hey, that's a double platinum to me.
Dalton running for the 3 yards. Hubbard had an 8-yard run. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
That's a double platinum drive to me. Sorry.
A+.
It's still an A platinum drive to me because we stopped.
And I'm gonna give them an A++ because they're responding for their quarterback getting injured, knowing that they have to do the work.
Yeah, that's why I call it a double platinum because it's straight up.
Good run by Eckler. Eckler was down for 2, gained another yard and a half.
Yeah. And shout out to my favorite collegiate pass rusher, one of them anyway, Dante Fowler.
Look like we're still running the no-huddle offense. 2nd and 7. Mariota in the empty backfield. 5 wide receivers. Mariota is back to pass. Looking to the left, looking over the middle. Drop backs again. Looking over the middle. He gets it out. Incomplete to Zach Ertz. Broken up. But there's a flag down on the play.
That might be pass interference.
Prior to the pass on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down. Smith Wade again with the penalty. They don't like you, young man.
And he talking greasy after the play. Be quiet.
Your technique is minuscule, young man. You need to work on that. Panthers are hurting themselves, honestly. That was a good stop right there. Giving the first down while you're already on your side of the field is bad. Drop back the pass for Mariota. McCaffrey in motion, Eckler in the backfield, I believe. Mariota up the middle on the draw, got about 8 yards, 8.5 yards.
Hey, I don't like Mariota taking that hit. The fact that he's a backup quarterback right now, you
I'm with
gotta.
you on that,
That's
Lito. I'm with you
dangerous.
on that.
That's dangerous as hell. Him taking that hit like that because he can't go out. Because
That wasn't a hard hit though. If you go back and look at it, it wasn't a hard hit. I do understand your concerns, and I do agree with it. That's not a hard hit though.
Yeah, it's not a hard hit, but that's what I said. I don't want him taking hits right now. Me personally, I think maybe Colson Yankoff if he is active. I don't know, but that's probably our other quarterback.
Eckler with a run for about 6 yards. It was a good play call though.
It was. He just got to get down. That's all.
Very true. Very true. Very true. I totally agree, guys.
Really good play.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty by Wiley. He has been decent on the blocking this year, but he has definitely been called for holding about 4 or 5 times in key situations this year. Definitely has to work on that. That's a block you could let go right there. It's a block you can let go. Eckler can take the hit. But I do like the holding on protecting your player because Eckler could have got crushed right there. So it's a love-hate relationship with that one. Eckler in the backfield, Mariota in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers out, McCaffrey in motion, play action. Mariota steps out, he throws across the middle. Dropped by Ertz. That was a play you needed right there. It's a catchable pass, Ertz. That's a catchable pass. David would have been perfect with it, but that's a catchable pass.
It's a catchable pass. It wasn't accurate, but it was catchable. I will say that.
Mariota is highly inaccurate. Mariota is highly inaccurate right now.
Under pressure. He was under pressure in that situation, and yes, because of what we've seen, that was inaccurate. But I think that's a pass that Ertz as a veteran got to come up with, and get you got to help the backup quarterback too. You got to adjust a little bit.
We just got tackled. The one downstairs. That outside Foster, I'm just gonna
back to pass. Got time
outside.
We got a catch.
You already got a Foster.
Drop the ball.
Is it catch?
That's a good pass.
Cut it off.
Mariota.
Yeah, that was good enough pass. That wasn't on Mariota. That's on De'Ami Brown. You got to make plays right there, young fella. You got to make plays right there. So, what do you guys
been better? I'm with you. It could have been better, but that was a catchable pass.
49-yard kick by Seabird is good. Good money.
20 to nothing.
What? 20 to nothing. What do you guys give that drive right there?
I'm a C plus it because you didn't need but 20 yards to get the first down. To get in field goal range. You got that. I give it a B. I give it a B minus.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I like you running the ball still. I do think that Cliff Kingsbury is putting some pressure on Mariota to be a better or accurate passer by putting him in passing situations when you can clearly run the ball. But I also think that he is looking at it like you need points in this league, regardless of what your defense is doing. Carolina you could take a break on defense. Your defense might get tired from your offense being on the field so quickly and getting off. So you want to give your defense a chance that if they make a mistake or if they let up at all, that you have an opportunity to stay in the lead and be able to make your calls the way you want to. So good job by the offense getting on the board, but I'm going to give it a B minus, C plus, but I'm going to give it a B minus.
Okay, Big Son, you got a grade for me?
I got a B on that one. I mean, Mariota, his skills, he's a veteran and all, but what they working with and still get points out of that, I give him a B.
Ro, you got a grade for me?
C minus, man. C minus, man. I'm not feeling it, man. Mariota was highly inaccurate on that drive. The offense still hasn't executed in the passing game. I love the running game right now. But that we need more out of the passing game, man. We're gonna need more out of Mariota. It's not sustainable, and that's my problem. So that's why I'm gonna give it a C minus.
Are you grading for the future or are you grading for right now?
I'm grading for right now. The running game.
I totally feel you, Ro. I'm with you on the Mariota play was not that good, but that's why I gave him a B because they still pushed through that and got field goal.
Season when we saw Mariota, from what we saw in the one game, would you have assumed that he could have gotten you 10 points in the NFL? Well, yeah, he's been to Tennessee. Not in the NFL, but 10 points with our team this season.
Yeah, I gotta say 10 points.
No,
No, I
bro,
couldn't. I'm not
Not
gonna
on
lie.
back to
Not me,
back
Vito.
drives.
I'm
Not on
asking
back to
Not in
back
preseason.
drives.
I'm asking the negative one. Because this the only season time he got, big son. Where he got a little bit of, but even from the season time you saw this year, you couldn't have.
V. I think
Oh,
V
bro
got
got
kicked off.
bro got knocked out. I don't know what happened. But
Bro
when I
had
seen
the
him
gear.
preseason, I did not think he could do anything. Give us no 10
Mariota don't
points.
have no
So,
arm, y'all. Mariota don't have no arm. That's the problem. He don't have no arm.
well, the two passes that I seen, he threw a good pass to Ertz. Ertz dropped it. He threw a
Oh,
good pass to Brown.
hold
Brown
on.
dropped it.
Hold on. What's going on? It looks like Forrest is playing and
Force. We
Forrest
been
looked like
calling for
Forrest
Force.
stripped. It looked like
Force.
Forrest stripped. It looked like Forrest stripped the runner on the kick return.
Force. We been calling for Force, man. You gotta get Force on the field. Playmaker.
Are you gonna challenge that?
I would. It's 5 minutes left. You got 3 timeouts. Why not?
It's a fumble. No, it's a fumble. It is a fumble. Forrest look like Forrest recovers.
That's bullshit. It's a challenge. They challenged it.
Now we've been screaming about fours for what,
Challenge flag.
six
Yes,
weeks?
sir. Yes,
We've been
sir.
screaming about fours for 6, 7 weeks now. And now he finally touched it. And the first time he touched the field, he make a play.
Yes, sir. We challenged that play.
Yes. Dirk Forrest. Put him on the fucking field.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a
After this, you
player.
gotta
When
put him
you
on the
go in
field.
there, when you know that you don't get no time, when you get burned, you make something happen. You are telling them, put me
Well,
on
no.
the field.
He didn't make it happen. He did not make it happen, but I will say he did recover the fumble. It looked like it was basically it was a foul, and they pushed the ball out, and Forrest was right there, heads up, smart play. He did not create the fumble, but he definitely did have a heads up, smart play to get on
You
top of
find
it,
your humble recovery as being a part
and
of the
make it.
play. You found your way
Yeah, and
around.
make it a thing though. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people will, you got to recover the fumble, hold the ball up in the air. You got to sell the theatrics of it, I believe.
Just proves that Force is the playmaker we said he was. This just proved that Force is the playmaker we said he was, and he should be on the field in some capacity. It
I
proves that
agree.
it just proves them wrong on this. It proves them wrong. He should have
I
been
agree.
here the whole damn season. It proves them wrong.
I agree. V, you still calling the jump?
This why Force father was talking trash.
You a play ahead of me.
I mean, you was hey, no, I'm fine. You know,
Oh,
I'm just
no,
letting.
I got it.
Yeah. No, I'm good though. You know, whatever. I was just
Oh yeah,
asking.
no problem.
Was you continuing on? You know what I'm
All right.
saying? The only reason I even jumped up and said it because it was one of those. Oh man, Forrest made a play. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We've been
it was
calling.
perfect time. It was perfect
Yeah,
time.
we all been calling for Forrest, man. Like honestly, all of us, because
Yes.
Chet has been highly inconsistent, and we all been saying that we feel like Forrest will be able to contribute,
Even
really
if
contribute.
Chen has been inconsistent and you want him to play over Percy Butler, bro, like you've got to tell me why Percy Butler is playing over this guy.
Facts.
He is
Facts.
he is a playmaker
Facts.
every time he's on the field in some way,
Facts.
shape, or form. In a
Facts.
positive way. Like he doesn't have a bad a plus minus. His plus minus is highly in the positive.
Okay. He did fumble before he hit the ground. It's clear. It's clear the ball was out before his knee hit the ground for me.
Call on the field is down by contact. I told you that right knee. Right knee. I told you right knee. I said that. Yeah, right knee was down a little bit. It probably was. Okay. It was coming out, but
Man, the ball was moving, in my opinion.
I don't mind it because at the end of the day, it's Dirk Force who made the play. So that's showing them that he needs to be on the field. So I'm actually okay with it.
Oh, he wide open. All right. Cut him out. This dumbass nigga. Xavier Sanders for about a 11-yard gain. First down play action by the Carolina Panthers. Andy Dalton on the rollout to the right. To Xavier Sanders, rookie from Texas.
Your man just fell down, man. He clipped up. He
Yeah,
just
he tripped up on that was that mysterious turn.
I was here to ghost tackler. Ooh, Frankie Louvu.
So we got a first down for the Panthers. Waiting for this long replay to finish. Under center, Andy Dalton, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield. Louvu on the blitz. Oh, Louvu on the stop. 2-yard drop. Louvu on the stop. 2-yard drop. Tackle behind field. Something he was famous for doing in that Carolina blue. Now in that burgundy and cold.
They only got 56 rushing yards. I think that's really good. You know what I mean? Because we've been having 100-yard rushers a lot.
Yes.
Hey,
Frankie Louvu with that villainous look in his eyes, man. You gotta love it as a linebacker. 2nd and 12, shotgun, quick pass out to Hubbard. Hubbard's in the back. That is a down by Sandstrom for maybe a yard loss, if not to the yard of play. 3rd and 12. Panthers offense looks in a disarray right now. I mean, they don't look like they are in sync at all. Every play, and maybe Frankie Louvu was the leader of that team, and maybe they didn't make any changes in the offseason there because it looks like he knows exactly what they are trying to do every play.
yeah. Yeah, he's beating them to the punch. I mean, like, extremely bad.
It's a 3rd and 12. Dalton in the shotgun. 5 wide receivers out. Xavier Sanders over to the side, wide open. Quickly converged on by Ingerby. It is a 4th and 11. Excuse me. 4th and 11. Be a punt by Carolina. Washington on the stop. What do you get that drive, fellas?
A plus for me. A
It's
plus
got to
for
be an
me.
A platinum. It's not a game. It's not a positive
I'm gonna
yard
give it
game.
an A minus.
Huh?
I mean, they got a first down, so I'm gonna give it an A minus. I mean, they just been dominant. I know. I would say.
Double
A
platinum.
plus for me. A plus for me.
Double platinum.
You gave Kingsbury enough time to talk to Mariota to see what he could do on this next drive.
I'm very interested to see Marcus Mariota in this next drive. I am very interested to see this man because the way he's been today, trust me, fellas, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna
Bro,
work
we
long
are up
term.
20
This
to
ain't gonna.
nothing, bro.
He's
We are
got
up 20 to nothing.
he's got the same amount of points that Jaden Daniels got, and actually he's got more because Jaden only had 3. Fowler scored the first 7, so you got 13 points by your backup quarterback. At least 13 points drive as far as 13 points scoring drive as far as points
All right.
scored while your backup quarterback's been in.
So look, I gave it an A minus. What
It is
everybody else
fool's
gave
gold
that drive.
because the Panthers have a weak rush defense. It is fool's gold. They are not. This is unsustainable, fellas. Trust me.
Bro, we are not saying that he's doing great. What we're saying is that we're playing as a unit.
He's been highly inaccurate. That is very concerning.
Bro, what are you concerned about? It's 20 to nothing.
He's had 3 drives. This is a long drive right here. If you can finish this drive off with points for the 2-minute warning, I think you got to give him a shot.
Yeah, I mean, so look, I gave that last defensive drive an A minus. What did y'all give it?
Brian Robinson back on the carry, about 3, lanes full for 4. Depends on where they place the ball at.
I gave him a double platinum for me.
Probably going to go down to the 2-minute warning. That's about a 3-yard gain.
And V, what did you give that last defensive drive?
I gave it an A plus.
Okay. How about you, Ro?
Say what? I couldn't hear the question.
The last defensive drive.
Oh, hey, I said an A plus. I said an A plus. A plus.
I mean, right now, this has been a dominant performance by Washington. No Jaden Daniels. I think this is one of the most. If we continue to go through the rest of this game like this will be one of the biggest wins of the year. We don't have our superstar, the person that's kind of jolted our team. We coming out there. The defense is playing lights out. I mean, the defense. I'm honestly very impressed by what I'm seeing by the defense. Defense playing lights out. I mean, how do you hate on this at all? This is a good team effort right here. Team effort. And if Marcus Mariota somehow scores here, then I mean we could lock in him as a decent backup, right? Can we say that? Because Ro kept saying it's not sustainable. Do you lock him in as a decent backup if he scores right here? Yes, no, maybe so. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure I'm still locked in.
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
Ah, just want to make sure. Want to make sure.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Two passing yards in this game. Two.
Bro, the score is 20-0, bro. I don't care if you don't pass.
That's
It's
why I
20
said
to
it's
nothing.
fool's gold. That's why I said it's fool's gold. That's
It's
why I
not
said
fool's
that.
gold. It's
All right.
a team
All right.
win, bro.
All right.
We're not saying that Marcus Mariota is sustainable. What we're saying is what I'm saying.
He got to
I'm
get
saying
out
that
of there.
Marcus
I need
Mariota,
him to go. I need him to go. He is terrible for me. To
bruh,
me, he is terrible.
bruh, I need him to stay in there the rest of this game. It's 20-0. Why bring your starting quarterback in? And Marcus Mariota runs a draw play. Mariota gets about a gain of 4. It's going to be a third and short. I mean, realistically, bro, why would you even bring Jaden Daniels back out?
I'm not saying bring Jaden Daniels back out. I'm just saying Marcus Mariota cannot be your quarterback moving forward. Not to me. He's just been terrible, bro. I just it's been terrible.
So if you got 13 points from terrible, I don't know. What do you think? So if you got the same performance from Jaden Daniels, would you be?
Okay, free play, free play. Oh man, they called it dead. They called it dead. See,
We
I
have
got
two
man.
passing yards, which we have two passing
Offside.
yards, which indicates the points have been from the running back position, not the quarterback. And I'm saying you're going to face a team who has a better run defense than the Carolina Panthers, and you're going to be forced to throw it, and it's going to be 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Trust. That's what I believe is going to happen personally. That's why I say it's unsustainable. Yes, you can get away with it because Carolina's run defense, is really bad, but you're not going to get away with this against a better team. We'll be 5-2. So I mean, it's just very disappointing for me that you don't have any other options at quarterback because this is bad. 2 yards total. That's bad. I mean, I don't understand how we're not concerned.
Bruh, we're not concerned because we're up 20-0. So if we don't throw the ball, if we don't run the ball, I mean, if we don't throw the ball at all in this next half, and we run the ball 30 more times, and we win 20-0 the same way that we got right now, I do not care. I do not care. Do you really care if Marcus Mariota looks like a great passer in this game? The game is won. The game is over basically, unless they start coming back. Now, if they start coming back, Marcus Mariota, you got to do something. But unless they start coming back, there's nothing to worry about. Why would I even stress about it too much if we are up 20-0? And we get the ball coming out the second half. Sustain the ball here. That's easy money. Sustain the ball here. And then after we sustain the ball here,
yards by Zach Ertz. First, the second and 2 completion. Mariota.
yeah.
Receivers got to adjust to the new quarterback, man.
That was a good pass. That was a good pass. I just want some good passes, man. That was a good pass.
Pass with the dot to Terry McLaurin for about 15 yards.
That was a good pass. That was a good pass. I just want some good passes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta get in rhythm. Gotta get in rhythm. Empty back, drop back, steps up, throws over the middle. Another catch by Terry McLaurin.
Another good pass.
On this drive. 3 for 3.
I give credit.
No, 3 for 4. He was off on that screen pass.
No, yeah, I can live with that. That's all I'm saying.
Last 3 completed. Over the middle, too. Good mid-range passes. He stepped up in the pocket, made that throw. That was a great throw.
Did he get hit in his head, dog? Look at his knee.
Bro, bro? Are you still panicking, man? Can the man at least be a good backup now?
Putting the team
Not
in another
not after 3 decent passes, no.
No, he put the team in another scoring position.
Bro, he has scored 10 points.
This defense isn't good. Is this good enough to compete against the Baltimore Ravens? Would you have been confident going with Mariota against the Baltimore Ravens?
If we talking about the Baltimore, hold on real quick, Leo. If we talking about the Baltimore Ravens again, we're talking about being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we're not playing them no more. I don't see nobody in the NFC except for the Lions right now, dominance that we can't make some plays. That's a bad pass right there, but I think that was more throwaway.
Hey, so look, this is how I look at it. The job of a backup quarterback is to come into a game and maintain the offense and continue on to play well to win the game.
He has done that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he done what he's supposed to do. He's done his job. Show me a game that he didn't do his job so far.
He's 3 for 7 for 40 yards, but three passes for 40 yards is almost 11 yards a pass. It's pretty good. And he started off over 4. Another completion to Dayami Brown. 17 yards.
Great play.
What he hasn't done is mess up the flow. That's what he has not done. Okay, we still been consistent, scoring on the
drop back. He's rolling. He throws it. Touchdown! Okay. Zach Ertz.
Okay.
By Marcus Mariota. What more do you want?
This is all I want to see. This was a good drive.
What more do you want? What more on a rollout? Good block by Wiley. A dot.
Great play.
A dot. Roll out.
A+.
Marcus Mariota. I told you. Give him a second. He got to warm up. Bro, I'm using words that you've used yourself, my brother.
Hey, I gotta give him a triple platinum.
You are the quarterback, man. You said that quarterbacks need time. They need time to they need to catch a rhythm. He's caught a rhythm, sir.
I'm not disputing that. This was a great drive for him.
Triple platinum from Big Son.
That's all I want to see.
Triple platinum, Marcus Mariota. Welcome back to the NFL. Because you ain't welcome back till you got a touchdown. And you got a touchdown in this offense. Welcome back, young fella.
And in the 2-minute drill with 1 minute to go.
Hey,
how about that, Big Son? Good pickup. And shout out to Oregon because they're the #1 team in college football right now. Go Ducks.
Hey, what more do you want out of a backup quarterback?
What more do you want? What more?
So that's 27-0, man. 27-0. That is
24 unanswered points by Mariota's offense.
That is big. That is huge. I mean, the defense been dominant. The offense been dominant. What more do you want? What more do you want?
Hey, and remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that if Mariota could get you 4 wins even though it's not at the beginning of the year, if he can get you 4 wins, and not even if your quarterback is injured, but on weeks that your quarterback doesn't have to finish games like the early blowout this season, like if Mariota can finish games, you can rest a quarterback that you may be unsure that you want to go up against certain hits and stuff like that. You can call an offense
Yeah.
that doesn't put him in danger, but just in case you have to, you can finish games with a touchdown lead or 2-score lead. You got to be confident that they kept him for a reason. I told you this was better than Sam Hartman. Not because Sam Hartman isn't good. I don't even want to throw dirt on his name like that. You need a veteran. And you need this young quarterback to be able to see that, hey, my guy that I'm listening to behind me can go do the same stuff that I'm doing in this league. All right, I need to stay sharp on my job. That's all. No threat to Jaden Daniels. No one is screaming that Mariota take his job or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But if Sam Hartman comes in, has a performance like this or better, you're going to have people that question that just because people like quarterbacks that are, what do you call it?
New. New, basically.
Mediocre.
Hey, this has been a big performance for Washington, man. Emmanuel Forbes Jr. with an interception, Dante Fowler with a pick six. We got points on the defensive side of the ball. It's 27-0 at halftime. When was the last time we had a 27-0 lead at halftime? I mean, if you don't believe in what Adam Peters and Dan Quinn has done, I don't know what's wrong with you. We are
Cook it
four and
up.
two. We 4-2, and we going into halftime 27-0, going into another win. On our way to 5-2.
It's a great first
What
half,
more do you
man. Great first half. I ain't gonna lie. Against mediocre competition, but it's still a great first half. It's
why
what
you
you're supposed to do.
why you trying to give him the
Supposed to
asterisk,
do.
bro?
I ain't
Why
lying. I'm
you
just
trying to give
saying
the
it's what you're supposed to do to mediocre competition. And I
I'm
respect it.
what,
I
no, 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 no,
respect
no, no,
it.
no, no. Keep your same negative talk. I told you
I
when you come
respect
into the fight, nervous and stuff, with your bandages and your band-aids on the side and your Vaseline just in case you get hit and you wanted to roll off and stuff. When you come in like that, you just might get knocked out. You gotta come in all arm swinging and know that you're trying to protect your little sister. It
Hey,
just you might have to go into the jungle if you're protecting your little sister. This
hey.
might not always be a fair fight.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 total drives, right? And so I'm gonna read off the grades for these drives, right? For the first drive, and I'm gonna read them off as people came into the program. So as on the first drive, me, Ro, and V all have A pluses for the defense. That was an interception. The second drive, we all have A pluses for the defense as well. Was a pick six. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Can y'all hear me? Okay,
I can
yeah.
hear you. I can
That
hear you.
first drive was a pick six. So that second drive, we gonna give platinums to. So that third drive, which was Jaden Daniels' drive where he got injured, I gave it a B plus. V gave it a B. Rowe gave it a C. That was a field goal. Okay. Then the third defensive drive, we all gave it A pluses. The fourth offensive drive, which was really the only drive this game that got bad grades across the board, which was Marcus Mariota's first drive. I gave it a D, Rowe gave it an F, and V gave it an F as well. Okay. After that, the defensive drive, which was the fourth defensive drive, all A pluses. The fifth offensive drive, right? Now this is where Big Son joined in. All A pluses across the board on that offensive drive right there, Marcus Mariota. And then we go to the sixth defensive drive. I gave it an A plus. V gave it an A double platinum. Rowe gave it an A plus, and Big Son gave it an A double platinum. So we're going to go to the offensive drive, which was Marcus Mariota's third drive. It was a B minus for me, a B plus for V, a C minus for Rowe, and a B for Big Son. We go to the last defensive drive of the half. I gave it an A minus. I felt like they got a first down, and I feel like we was dominant. You got to keep it rolling. So I gave it an A minus. V and Row both gave it A pluses. Big Son gave it an A double platinum. Okay, and so the last offensive drive, I gave it an A triple platinum. V gave it an A double platinum. Row gave it an A plus, and Big Son gave it an A triple platinum. I mean, for Marcus Mariota, um, I would say right now he has a average for most people. C B. Well, he has a B average for a row. He has a minus average for V. He has a plus average for me. He has offensively. Big Son didn't get the first drive, so he got a B, and A plus. So he got an A plus average from V. I mean, from
The
Big
guy
Son.
looks good, man. The guy looks
I
good.
mean,
All
I
right.
mean, let's be real. Let's
And,
be
and we
real. That
started with and
offense,
we started with 4 incompletions. Let's start there. Let's start that he's what five
yeah,
for eight in a touchdown, and he started with 4 incompletions. So he's essentially 5 for 6. No, well, no. He's 5 for 9.
oh
Five for
no,
nine.
we gonna get the stats in. Big, I mean, we gonna get the stats in. V definitely get the stats in so we could basically see what we got. Brian Robinson Jr. does have 53 yards already on the ground, though. I tell you that. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Where we at? Washington, Carolina.
That's crazy. I got B Rob for about 64 yards rushing or something like that. 13
Okay,
carries and a
so
touchdown.
Marcus Mariota, 5 for 9, 75 yards, 8.3 yard average, a touchdown. He has one sack for 4 yards right now. Okay. His rating is 120.1 right now. Jaden Daniels was 2 for 2, 6 yards.
What you talk about, Ro? What you talk
No
about, Ro?
touchdowns, no interceptions. Brian Robinson Jr., 8 carries, 53 yards, one touchdown,
Look,
6.6 yard
man.
average.
I gotta see it to believe it.
He got a
Jaden
121.
Daniels.
You just watched it.
No, this was before a lot of that 121 came on that last drive, though. Let's be honest. This,
Okay. Well, he's 120.1.
Got you. 120. 120.
Yeah, 120.1. Okay. And so Jaden Daniels is 79.2 rating. Okay. Um, Then we go into rushing stats. Brian Robinson Jr., 8 carries, 53 yards, one touchdown. Jaden Daniels, 3 carries, 50 yards. Jaden Daniels have a 16.7 yard average. Brian Robinson has a 6.6 yard average. Marcus Mariota, 3 carries, 17 yards, 5.7 yard average. Jeremy McNichols, 1 rush, 9 yards. Austin Eckler, 2 carries, of course, 8 yards, 4 point average for Austin Eckler. Terry McLaurin, 3 receptions, 36 yards, 12 yard average. De'Ami Brown, 1 reception, 23 yards. Zach Ertz, 2 receptions, 19 yards. And Zach Ertz has the touchdown to go with that. Austin Eckler, 1 reception, 3 yards. Olamide Zaccheaus only has 1 target and no receptions. Jeremy Chin, going back against his old team, has 5 tackles. Frankie Louvu has 4 tackles. Frankie Louvu actually has a sack as well. And of course, we have 2 interceptions on the day. Deontay Fowler, 67 yard return for a touchdown, and Emmanuel Forbes, 19 yard return. We're gonna go look at the Carolina stats real quick. Andy Dalton, 7 for 11, 59 yards and 2 interceptions. Miles Sanders, 2 carries, 27 yards. He has a long rush of 26 yards. Chuba Hubbard has 12 carries, 25 yards. They've done a great job on him. Right now, Jatavian Sanders has 4 receptions, 4 targets, 30 yards. Deontay Johnson, 2 targets, 1 reception, 17 yards. Coker, 1 reception, 10 yards. Jalen Coker, that is. Ian Thomas, 1 reception, 2 yards. And that would be the stats right there. We can go look at the team stats real quick before I give it back to the guys. Team stats. Right now, total plays 29 for Washington, 28 for Carolina. Total yards 214 for Washington, 111 total yards for Carolina in that first half. Total drives 7 for Carolina, 5 for Washington. Yards per play is 7.4 for Washington and 3.9 for Carolina. Washington has uh 77 passing yards and 77 passing yards for Washington and 137 rushing yards for Carolina. You have 55 passing and 55 running. Penalties, there's been 5 penalties for 54 yards for Carolina, 4 penalties for 30 yards for Washington. Time of possession has been 15 minutes and 55 seconds for Carolina, almost 16 minutes, 14 minutes and 5 seconds for Washington, all just over 4 minutes. Right now, Washington is the head of the NFC East. We are 4-2. With this game, we will be 5-2. Philadelphia won today, so of course they are 4-2 after a bye week. Earlier, like 2 weeks ago, Dallas is 3-3. I believe this may be Dallas's bye week this week, and now you got the New York Giants at 2-5, bottom of the division. The Carolina Panthers are 1-5. Tampa Bay is 4-2 at the top of their division, and Atlanta, after suffering defeat today, is now 4-3. New Orleans is 2-5 as well. So 27-0, 10 points scored in the first quarter, 17 points scored in the second quarter, all by Washington. Woo.
Impressive, impressive right now. Impressive right now.
I
Regardless
mean,
of whether it's against
what else
bad
do you
competition
want?
or not. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is the change of the culture where we all used to go through headaches against teams like this when we were the better team or when we should have been the better team. Today we are the better team, and today we are showing it. I like the approach today. I like not slacking up. I like not playing to the competition. I like playing to the level that you at. If the Carolina Panthers not where you at, the scoreboard gonna show. And right now, that's the way that those guys are playing, and I really like the effort. Shout out to Joe Wick, Dan Quinn. Shout out to the defense. Shout out to Marcus freaking Mariota.
Hey, I'm with you on that. Now this is the thing. Marcus Mariota now has to continue to silence the critics right here. Okay, they know that they're not playing against. They know that they're not playing. Um, they know that they're not playing against Jaden Daniels, so they might pin their ears back. They might say, "Okay, it's time to go." You know.
If they think that it's time to go pinning their ears back for play,
Highly impressed today.
I think
Highly
that would
impressed so
be.
far. It's the second half of football game though. It's 4 touchdowns. I am not saying that this is impossible, but with the way the defense is playing, I feel like we can definitely finish this off. You don't have to do much, but I'm with Rowe. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to see more Rowe, second half is definitely where you got it at. Mariota's going to definitely pass the ball because if you have to go with him after this week, let's say again, you at the halftime, I'm more than sure that the coaches got a chance to find out what was going on with Jaden, to see what
Yeah.
your timetable is and everything with that.
Yeah.
So second half, if he comes out passing, who's to say that we might not need to use him next week? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that he isn't good and he's going to play next week? But you still got to prepare as if this is a 0-0 second half. You do know that you're up 27-0, but you still got to play as if you know Marcus is the quarterback, and you could go out, you could go 3-and-out 3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? Easily with Marcus Mariota. Not trying to put any bad wishes on it, but you want to at least tell your offense that you want to go out there and move forward as if everything is 0-0. So, and we get the ball back. This is even crazier.
Ro, you want me to keep calling, or you want to call, or we good? Austin. Eckler on a big return, though. I'll tell you guys that. Austin
No, keep
Eckler gets
calling,
the
keep
ball
calling.
down to about 42-yard line. Okay, okay.
Okay, yeah, you told me.
Hold on.
And the Redskins have about 25 yards to go to get into field goal range. So another short drive for Mariota to have to get some points on the board. What do you do?
So Jaden Daniels will not return to this game. They say he has a left rib injury.
All right.
Yeah, so it is a oh man, muffed. It was a bad snap. Marcus Mariota picks it up and gets a gain of one. I guess a heads up play by Marcus Mariota. Problems with the snap. Oh man, I don't know who that was on, and I can't really blame Mariota. It looked like his hands was in the right spot. I don't know if that was
Jaden
a
Daniels has
spot.
just walked back on the field. Jaden Daniels has just walked back on the field, but he's not in Jersey. So I guess he's
He's done for
waving.
the
I
day.
guess
I said
I
that he's
guess
done
he's
for the
he's
day.
all right. I don't know.
Ro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ro. Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels is out for the game with a left rib injury, and that is a scramble from Marcus Mariota. That's going to be a first down, about a gain of 10, I would say. Jaden Daniels does walk back on the field. I mean, he doesn't look like he's in any discomfort right now. Uh, he's moving
It looked like
fast.
it's negative though. I guess it was a negative. I guess he letting us know in his way that the it was negative. It was an MRI negative. It was a tweet on
Oh,
Twitter that said it was negative. That was given out early. I'm about to pull it up. If you look at the screen, it's at the top of the screen. It was a tweet on Twitter that says test come back negative, and Jaden Daniels is okay. That was 24 minutes ago. Lead the board is the ones who tweeted that out. So it seems to like they had some accurate information there.
okay. So there was a quick pass to Olamide Zaccheaus, and there's a flag on the play. Jaden Daniels does have his hand raised above his head. Both his hands have been up. He does not look like he's in any significant amount of pain. Um, Looks a little disappointed if I would say anything. So it's going to be a first and 15. I guess that flag was a false start. Marcus Mariota drops back to pass. Marcus Mariota dumps the ball off to Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler breaks the first tackle, but he only is able to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a second and 15. It is 13:02 left in this third quarter. And it's a lot of football left. It's a lot of football left. You don't want to give them any saving grace. You want to at least go get 3 points right here, make it 30-0. Really hurt their chances of a comeback. Marcus Mariota is in the shotgun set, for wide receivers. He fires. It is completed. It is to Terry McLaurin, who breaks the tackle and gets the first down. That's going to be about a gain of 14. Shout out to Terry. And of course, the embrace between Bryce Young and Jaden Daniels.
Gain of 17.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
18, actually.
That was a really good play by Terry McLaurin, of course, breaking that tackle. Oh, it's a read option, and he keeps it and throws the ball to Zach Ertz. That's going to be another first down. We are in the red zone.
The Redskins quarterback got
We
hurt.
are in the red zone. And I mean, Marcus Mariota pulls the ball back from Brian Robinson and takes the shot at Ertz, and it was really good play. Really good play. Read option. That's what a read option is. Old school Redskin read option too. And it's a handoff this time read option, and he actually does hand the ball off, and that's Brian Robinson Jr. going to get about a gain of 4. Gonna be second and 6. Second and 6. Marcus Mariota. We're on the 15-yard line, 2nd and 6, and it's a handoff to Brian Robinson, and you had Ben Sinnott as the lead blocker. That's going to be a gain of 2, maybe 3.
I get what you mean.
It's going to put us in 3rd and short. Going to put us in 3rd and short. 3rd and 3. Hurry up offense. Look at Marcus running the hurry up like Jaden. You hear me? 4 wide receivers, Austin Eckler in the backfield. And oh man, hard count from Marcus Mariota. Hey, showing the veteran skill with a hard count. Marcus Mariota throws. It is complete. It is Olamide Zaccheaus. It is a first down. We are inside the 10.
Just want to give a quick update. Shout out to Cameron Curl, man. Ex-Redskin, 34-yard fumble recovery
Oh
for,
yeah,
for a touchdown.
for sure. And Zaccheaus just kind of gets to the outside. He makes the first man miss. He gets the first down. And I mean, really great play, man. Really great play. And I bet with Zaccheaus, he
Oh, good
had,
route, Zaccheaus. A good
yeah,
route.
really good catch right there. 1st and goal, ball on the 6-yard line. It's a handoff to Eckler. Eckler pushes the pile a little bit. That's going to get about to the 3-yard line, maybe. It's going to be a 2nd and goal, ball from the 3-yard line. I mean, going up here and scoring another touchdown is really putting your foot on their neck, man.
And this was a long drive.
Yes, it was. It was. I mean, it's 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, so this has been the whole second. I mean, this has been the whole 3rd quarter so far, and I
Great
mean,
play, man. Great play, man. Great play.
six
Yo,
minutes,
great drive, man. A plus.
and that's Marcus Mariota, and that's Ben Sinnott with the touchdown.
Yeah,
That's
Ben
what I'm
Sinnott
talking
with the
about.
great
touchdown.
drive, man. A,
That's what I'm talking about. Ben Sinnott. We've been waiting. We've been
Wow,
waiting.
I got him on my list too for a touchdown. So hey, looking good.
Hey,
Ben Sinnott with the teddy.
hey,
Ben
and that,
Sinnott with the tutty. I
hey,
called
man.
it early in the year. I said we was gonna get him involved around
Yeah.
5 or 6. It's a week late, but the kid is in the end zone. Not
Hey,
very much effective in the passing game early in the year, but
first
highly
touchdown.
included in the blocking game. And he is getting his rewards, getting his flowers. Good job, Ben.
Marcus Mariota is 10 for 14, 112 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Started over 4.
Woo,
Started over 4, so he's 10 for 10 technically.
woo.
Started over 4.
Jaden Daniels put, and look, this is the good thing. We're looking at Jaden Daniels on the sidelines. He put both hands up in the air. He did not wince in pain when he did it. So that gives me a lot of he'll be back next week. He'll be fine. He'll be back next week. He probably caught a real bad stinger early in the game, but I mean, when you go up this big, when the score was 20-0, why bring you back out? When the score gets 27-0, you're really like, all right, cool. Now I can come back on the field. Now the score 34-0 right now. I mean, what more do you want, Washington? What more do you want? What do you guys give the first drive of the second half, man?
Another triple plat coming from me, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry. Triple plat.
And I'm with you, big son, on that one. Triple. Whenever we can get Row and V, we will get Row and V, man. Hey, look, man. This easy street right now. And you know what? I would be so upset that I lost my money because of Jaden Daniels. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blaming because of Jaden Daniels. I'm saying because of his injury. You know, I had him on my ticket for 2 touchdowns today. I thought that he would feast on the Carolina defense like right now, like Marcus Mariota is doing. So it is what it is, man. And it is this is it feels good to be 5-2. I tell you that, fellas. Feels good to be 5-2, right? I mean, we not talking
It
tank
feels
this
great.
season.
It feels tremendous. It feels like a big weight off my shoulder. That's what it feels like.
Hey, bro, we're not talking
That's what it
tank
feels.
this season. We
Watch
talking,
out. Tell
huh?
Jaden to move over. Marcus might be taking his spot.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Marcus
Stop that.
Mariota.
Stop that. Stop
I'm
that.
saying I'm
Stop that.
Marcus Mariota.
Stop that,
He
bro. See
started
now,
0 for 4.
now here
He
you
start
go with the negative,
no.
negativity.
All I'm saying is that I'm on my Stephen A right now. All I'm saying is that he started 0 for 4. He started 0 for 4. I gotta push my headline back. He started 0 for 4, and now he is 10 for 10. 2 touchdowns. Found Ben Sinnott when nobody could find him, even the Congress. Okay? I'm trying to tell you right now.
Hey,
Marcus
bro.
Mariota's on fire.
He is, bro. But at the same time, bro.
No.
Hey,
There's no question of him. It's no
this.
question.
Hey, I'm gonna be
It's no
real. This is
question.
what happens when you. I talk about
Fumble on the
fighting.
kick return. Fumble on the kick return. Fumble on the kick return. And they're sitting on the injured player. They're sitting on the injured player. Oh my gosh, that was a crazy hit. Who laid the hit out?
That hit was Reeves, Jeremy Reeves on the hit.
Special teams king Jeremy Reeves. Blaze that boy up. Blaze that boy up.
Yeah, Jeremy
Boom.
Reeves on the hit.
Blaze that boy up. Blaze that boy up.
He gave that boy all pork shoulder,
Blaze that boy up.
Yeah, he
and they
did.
left him with pork belly. Tragedy.
Man, man, it's getting ugly, man. It's getting ugly. Hey, hey, did the NFL listen though? Did the NFL mess up by letting Dan Quinn get another team?
No,
Did
I don't think so. I think he earned his opportunity. I don't think it was a
No, I'm
mess up.
saying like do you? Because this the thing. Dan Quinn has been around Super Bowl winning franchises. He's been
No,
to the Super Bowl as a head coach himself.
I
You
think
know,
the
as the
Cowboys
Ravens.
made that mistake. If you look at what me and Ro have said over the years about Mike McCarthy, with Dan Quinn reasserting that defense from bottom last to number one, I don't know why Mike McCarthy was the coach. The offensive coordinator at that time led them to being the number one offense. They let him go, and then Mark McCarthy took it over. I think they were number three. The Cowboys were still top three. So you had a consistent defensive coordinator have your team offensively. I mean, perform. You know what I'm saying, consistently in the playoffs. Even though those extra points got put on the board to make it look like it was Dan Quinn's fault. The Cowboys got killed, and they didn't have any offensive answer for what was going on with them in that game. That's why they didn't have that many points, even though they had a whole bunch scored on them. And that bunch of scoring didn't happen until the second half. So, in some way, McCarthy was just as responsible for that playoff blowout than Dan Quinn was. And to be honest, the players, as it looks, may have been more connected to him than McCarthy. So, in what you asked,
Defense for sure.
maybe the Cowboys were the ones that messed up in that, in my opinion.
Yeah, the defense, I can definitely say they were definitely more connected to him. Right now, I feel like the defense is rocking with Dan Quinn though. You know what I mean? Not saying they against Joe Witt, but when I hear players talk, they say DQ, they say AP. I don't hear them saying a lot of Joe Witt. I'm just saying so they may have that same connection. Sometimes you got the players type of coach. And
Well,
it's
I
a
think
person.
that Deron Bland and Trey Diggs will say Joe Witt Jr. because again, he
Okay.
wasn't defensive coordinator there; he was the D-backs coach. So it would
And
be more Dan Quinn in that in that regard, in my opinion.
and that and that's Fowler. My bad, not to cut you off, but I gotta let you know this. That's Fowler on the chase down. It could have been a sack. I don't know if they're going to. Let's say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but I mean, Fowler.
Maybe.
Fowler was man. I mean, chased down,
Did
chased
you
down.
guys?
Fowler.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I promise I'm sorry to interrupt before the next play. Did you guys see the video I sent y'all to Chase Young?
You said what?
Did y'all see the video I sent y'all to Chase Young?
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm not just. I wasn't just picking on him, Leo.
Bro, that man laziness outclasses everything he does.
When the internet picks up on it, Vito wasn't just picking on you. And I said that before anybody else did.
Yeah, yeah, he's like. I would say this. I would say
Shutout?
this.
Is it a shutout today? Do y'all think the shutout gonna happen?
Nah,
No.
I don't think the defense wants to give up a point. I think at this point, I think you try for it.
you do, you do,
I'm with Vito on that. I'm with Vito on that.
you do.
Oh, I would try for it. I just don't think it's
They
gonna happen.
they
You
are
did it
one
in the
for
first
six.
half.
They are 1 for 6 on third downs, and Andy Dalton fires, and it's incomplete. They're gonna have to punt again. That's
Yeah, I said you got to go for it now. You at home. This would be your
oh
first
yeah,
shutout,
no, no,
and
I'm
like this would
rooting.
be the first shutout. Bro, you got to look it up, but it's got to be the first shutout in at least 20 years.
Are we gonna
But
beat
I'm
them
sure you have
Pistons?
to finish, but I'm just saying
It
still.
it have to be the first shutout in
Right.
like 20 years, in like the last 20 years.
Are we gonna beat them Pistons? Because
Right.
Marcus, listen, Marcus Mariota has no reason to stop scoring.
Exactly. That's what I said, Leo. That's exactly what I said, bro. Marcus Mariota and what Rowe said. The concerns that Rowe has, which is not unfair to say, which I'll give Rowe credit for, the concerns that he has as Marcus Mariota being a backup is exactly why Mariota has no reason to stop scoring. He's blown everybody's ticket because everybody's tickets got Jaden Daniels on it. So if your ticket don't got Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels on it, you just as smart and played another position, which is okay. And I'm not gonna knock
Okay,
you for that.
my bad. Just to give you some update, Vito, on
Derek
what you
Forrest is
asked
on the
for.
field.
Just to give you an update, Vito, on what you asked for. This is why they said the 91 team was the greatest team in NFL history. The 91 team had 3 shutouts in one season, and that was the last time we've had a shutout. Was the Super Bowl
I
year?
told you it had to
We
be
had
over
three
20 years.
shutouts in
Thank
one
you,
season.
bro.
Three
Thank you for
shutouts
that.
in one season that year.
You gotta go for it. You gotta try to go for it.
Daryl Green. Hey, Daryl Green. This is jersey retirement right here. You said last time we did it when he was playing in '91.
Yeah, yeah. This is his jersey retirement day.
Why not honor him with a shutout? Defense. The secondary, yeah, hey, you know what? This might be something special, man. This year might be something special. I might put something on us to win the Super Bowl, man. Not saying that we're gonna do it.
You get happy. You get happy. Now. Only reason why I say that is that I do think that we are a solid season away. I think this year, to me, and I'm gonna keep consistent with what I said last season. I think the Lions got a real good shot, and me calling it early last year was just me predicting the way that they took over as a fan base and how their team is
Yeah,
shifted. But they look really good, and they made a Minnesota team that looks really good compete today, and they had that game. But Minnesota did show why they were undefeated. And I'll give them credit for that.
yeah,
Um, but Detroit looks dangerous this year, and I'm with Rowe. When you play those when you play the Power Five teams in the NFC,
yeah,
are we able to get this same defensive performance on a consistent basis? It's about every week our defense showing up like this. Yes, Carolina's bad. Yes, the Browns are bad. Yes, the
yeah,
Cardinals have some issues on offense and defense as well. So when our offense is clicking, we make teams one dimensional. So it will really be about our offense scoring all of the time when we play those Power Five teams. Now, if we can
Oh
do
yeah. Do
that and we can make them,
you mind taking this drive though?
no problem, no problem, no problem. I
Yeah.
got you. Once the
But
commercials roll.
keep going though. Keep going.
But once the team can consistently score against those Power Five teams on offense, you force them to be one dimensional. And when you can put those teams in those situations, then I think we can have some success. But until we can be a complete defense and a complete offense, I don't know about the Super Bowl this year. But it's not a bad bet to place $100 on. It's $3,700 plus.
Yeah, but see this is why I'm saying this year.
Remember a
I do
couple
not
weeks
feel
ago,
like
Vito, I
Jeff
said
Wilson.
that. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. But
I do
I
not
feel
feel
like
like
Yep.
I just don't. I don't know if the defense has been consistent enough against good teams yet. Like I'm not going to be overly confident. I mean, overly confident against a Panthers team who I know, like Caleb Williams had his breakout game against the Panthers. So I expected Jaden Daniels to have an explosive game today. Mariota doing what he's doing now isn't very impressive because I didn't think Mariota had it in him. But the offense and the team is already set to make this type of, you know what I'm saying, make this type of this game was supposed to be like this either way. So this is what I think that Rose concerns was when Mariota first got in the game was that hey, this team should be beating this team by a lot of points. And it's not just because Mariota's in the game. Any like Driscoll probably could have done just as good as this. And I don't mean to undermine what Mariota has done. I don't think it would be 34 with Driscoll, but I definitely think Driscoll could have held the lead. We got a 1st and 10 with Mariota drops back, run play for 6 yards. The 2nd and 10. I mean, 2nd and 4, 6. Excuse me. Second, it was a 4 yard gain. 2nd and 4, 6. Excuse me. Mariota dropped back, and it was a read option. He got the first down. It's 1st and 10 now. A play action to B Rob. Mariota rolls out a little bit, throws the ball to McLaurin. Terry McLaurin with a beautiful snag on the sideline for the 13-yard catch. It is a 1st and 10. Mariota continuing to look good.
Yeah. Hey, I don't think that Driscoll could do what Mariota is doing right now. I think that this is the difference between a Driscoll and a Mariota. I think that
Yeah, I totally agree.
yeah,
But
when you
I'm saying that because Kingsbury is also calling a good game at the moment.
oh man, hey, bro, I was waiting to the end of the game. You know, I was gonna wait to the end of the game and
B
give my
Rob with
man
the
his
carry.
props.
He's got about 4, maybe 5 right now. Offensive line pushing for him. We've got a late flag coming in. What do we have here? We got a holding on the offense, 87. That would be Bates, I believe. John Bates on the holding call. So we have a 1st and 20. Let's see. Yes, we have a 1st and 20, third quarter, 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. 20 seconds on the play clock. Mariota back. We got Zacchaeus in the
In a
backfield.
masterful game.
Zacchaeus in motion, out to an empty backfield. Mariota drops back, throws the ball. Zacchaeus with a catch. Decent way to move the ball. Got 4 yards to 6 yards. I got to see to Zacchaeus. Got the ball out quick. Got 5 yards on that play. 2nd and 15. Didn't get a lot on that play, but got something. Positive yards are always good. Mariota is 12 for 16, 142, 2 touchdowns. Remind you, he was 0 for 4 to start the game. Got a double running backfield. Zacchaeus out in motion. Mariota back draw to Eckler. Eckler with about 5, 7, 6 yards. We have a 3rd and 9 coming up. Showing a little bit of history of Dan Quinn was with offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan and Mike McDaniel and Matt LaFleur, Raheem Morris and Jeff Ulbrich, which all have NFL jobs at the current time. So he has been used to being around a good staff of coaches. He is here today associated with Cliff Kingsbury, Ben Johnson, another Brian Johnson, a few others to name the few. Joe Witt, the defensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders today. We have a 3rd and 9. Mariota is in the shotgun.
Hey,
We
I'm gonna
are
be real.
first. Zacchaeus in motion. Mariota drops back to pass. Over the middle, finds Noah Brown. Noah Brown for the catch for the first down, 14 yards, 15 at best. Big effing play. Mariota looks dangerous and unstoppable right now. No huddle offense. He drops back. He finds Zacchaeus, who is stopped. It's about a 2 yard gain. It's cool. Yeah, no problem. And let's just say that they ran that no huddle right there just in case so they
Unstoppable.
didn't. Right
Hold
now
up,
he is.
bro.
Right now he is. Right now he is. Right now he has not incompleted a pass since his first completion,
Okay.
and has 2 touchdowns and
I'm saying that was
and
a bold statement.
his
That's
rating is
all, bro.
probably far higher than the 120 at the moment. Brian Robinson with the
Yeah.
curry on the outside gets about nice cut back. Brian Robinson with about 8 on the 2nd and 9. It is 3rd and 1. Brian Robinson with a great cutback on that run. Great cutback, Brian. Great cutback. They are bringing Eckler in. Yes. Good sub just to make sure B Rob is good. He's running off fine. Doesn't seem to be having any issues. That was a great cutback. Brian Robinson has had great explosion this game. 12 carries, 71 yards. Right now, we have Zacchaeus in his backfield out in motion, empty field, and we have a false start by Zach Ertz. Golly, Zachy. That was probably your touchdown right there, Zach. 3rd and 7.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Zach Ertz, he been making a lot of bonehead mistakes this
He
year.
was getting the ball, bro. He just knew he was getting it, bro. I'm sorry. I just know that. I just know it. He was itching. He was itching, bro. I just know he knew he was getting ready to get a touchdown, bro. Yeah, that was just one of those. The ball is coming to me. It is. I ain't blocking nobody. I'm coming off the line to catch a touchdown. You blew it right there for us, but let's see if you can make up for it. 3rd and 7. Empty backfield. Mariota back to pass. No pressure coming. Giving to Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz broke the tackle. Got about 6 yards.
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah,
be
he
a
comfortable him
long
though.
4th and 1, maybe 1.5.
I mean, you're not going for it here. You're gonna keep it
Oh
full
man,
though.
Eckler was wide open. Eckler was wide open. Eckler was wide open. That may be a little bit of Cliff Kingsbury's issue, though. I've said that a few weeks back. Once someone makes a mistake or doesn't catch the ball, he goes right back to that player. And,
Yeah,
I don't want defenses to eye in or key in on that. But it's been a consistent.
it has. It has. It's very.
Seabird with the field goal. He is good. Outside of the block field goal, Seabird is unstoppable with the 37 nothing right now. Washington is taking over this game, looking
Hey,
for a shutout for the first time since 1991.
AV.
Yes, sir.
Is Siebert one of the biggest pickups of the year so far for us?
It's the biggest pickup.
You think it is?
It's the biggest pick. First of all, no matter how good the defense is playing today, how good the offense has been playing, you see what that 1 week did to the Giants not having a kicker. You see
Yeah.
what that 1 week did to us with Tampa Bay with not having a kicker. Just the position to put us in that game. Imagine that game against the Giants not having a kicker and they don't have a kicker and we lose that game because we can't kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like
has to
just
be the
just the
biggest
sheer
signing to me.
embarrassment of that
I agree.
conversation. And imagine if that goes on week to week to week to week. Even if you're scoring that Bengals game, we don't win, or we end up having to go for 2 almost every possession trying to match Joe Burrow in a shootout. It's gonna be something that would have been week to week conversation. Sieber is the biggest pickup, regardless of what all season pickup that we've had, just for the fact that special teams is really that important. And you've gone to see that week in and week out, games have been decided by a field goal, and field goals have been kicked to end weeks for at least 5 of the last 7 weeks. So it's really, if not the most important pickup, it's probably the second most important pickup of anybody on the team.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree. It's definitely a hop on the list, regardless of what you say.
I mean, the only person I could
He's
say
the most
before that would
important
be,
pick, Vito. I
yeah,
agree.
I about to
The
say the
most
only person I
important.
would say before that would be Frankie Louvu, and that's just because of what just the energy and the just the passion that he brings to the defensive side. Even in losses, like he just brings a certain, like he takes blame, like it's just certain accountability and things that I can't say that pickup does not mean just as much. But the kicker, and because of what special teams means in this league, I can't really argue that it's not tied for first if it's not the most important.
I mean, I think it's been a couple good pickups that I think Bobby Wagner pickup, and so far Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler is playing dividends right here. The last 2 3 games he been close to dominant.
He ain't do nothing
The
against
only
Derrick
game he
Henry.
wasn't dominant in the last 4 games I feel like was the Baltimore game.
He ain't do nothing. Walker was the best tackler last week against the Ravens, in my opinion. But Walker was the only player to take the approach of going after Derrick Henry's legs, and
Yeah,
Fowler included. Like I can't really. He didn't play the best game last week.
yeah. That's
Outside of that
what I said.
game,
With the exception of
outside of
last
that
week.
game, yeah, about to say outside of that game, he has played phenomenal so far
Yeah,
this year. I can't say that, especially because looking at the Kevin Pierre Lewis's, and no knock to you, young man, but when he was here, you could tell that there was a glaring hole on the weak side. And Fowler has not really missed a beat when he's been in the game. You haven't really had to call his name out for being out of place or something like that.
yeah. And that's a first down run by Chuba Hubbard. Looks like it's about a gain of 8. And I mean,
Don't get
if
lazy,
you're
guys.
Carolina,
Don't get lazy,
yeah, that's all I
fellas.
say. If you're Carolina, you gotta be like, look, I'm trying to score. I'm not gonna let you guys shut us out. You gotta have that mentality right now.
I gotta feel like we're not that bad. Like we're
Yeah,
not a zero team. Like we can be a losing team. We're not a zero team. Like
yeah,
this team just got ate alive by one number one receivers, and we can't find anybody.
yeah. Marcus Mariota just beat us, so I'm not just gonna let them
Ooh,
just keep going like super hard on me. You know what I mean?
right.
Like
Yeah,
if I'm
exactly,
them,
exactly. Aren't you gonna say that to yourself? Like we got Andy Dalton, they got Marcus Mariota. Like
yep. First and 10, ball on the 45-yard line. Andy Dalton play action. He gets the ball out of his hands. It's a quick tackle. Hey, Mike Sanders still, man. That's the way you tackle somebody bigger than you, bro. Right there. Just what V was talking about. Wrap up the legs.
good job, Sam still. Good start. Good job. Good tackle, young man. And that's a big tackle for a little fella. That's what I'm talking about. That's again paying attention to detail, knowing what you didn't do last week and doing it this week. Yes, these guys are smaller than Derrick Henry, but this is how you have to approach the Derrick Henrys.
How awkward is it if you're Bryce Young and you're on the sideline and your team is getting blown out and you're the backup quarterback, but they're not going to put you in the game?
You could have left that part out, Leo. I wasn't even gonna say that, bro. That don't look drastically sad, bro. I just didn't
Looks
even
so
want to say
sad,
that.
bro.
You got the
Hey,
Secret
bro.
Service headphones
if
on.
I'm Bryce
Like who's
Young,
talking to you? I don't
Hey,
think
bro.
there's anybody talking to you in those headphones.
Hey, bro. I
if I'm
feel
Bryce
like
Young,
that's
I'm
how
telling them to
RG3
put
felt
me
when
in
he
the
was a kid
game.
when with Jay Gruden, man. Like you sitting on the sideline, you upset. You gotta be upset. Sitting on the sideline getting blown out, and you ain't even gonna get in the game.
Leo, tell me who's in the headphones.
Uh, what- who just dropped the album? That's who's
I
in
don't know.
future probably in the headphones right now. Uh,
Listen to some Alanis Morissette.
what?
What you was about to say, big son?
I said, if I'm not Mariota, but if I'm Bryce Young, I'm calling my agent after the game. Hey, bro, they flat
Yeah,
out
I don't know if we got
disrespecting
you.
me over here. And guess
Yeah, it's
what? I
bad,
don't care
bro.
who I play for,
That's
but
bad.
I do not want to play for them anymore because they are very disrespectful. At 37 and zip, I should be in the game. That is disrespectful.
I mean, if the score might have been worse if he was in the game, big son. That's what that's saying, though.
How?
That.
How
You
can it
said
be worse?
And that's what I
you
mean by
said
them being disrespectful because if
How,
they don't
bro?
think that man can score a
I don't think it
touchdown,
could have
why
got
do
no
y'all
worse than
have him
that.
as the backup?
did y'all
Today is
see
That's
one of
him,
those
disrespectful.
days where you can say
Leo?
Bryce Young,
Leo, did y'all see him when he was in the game?
bruh, bruh,
Did y'all see how
bruh,
many point? Did y'all see how many tickets I lost because he couldn't complete a pass? Like, bro, couldn't see. He can't see over the line, bro.
bruh. Unless Andy Dalton scored some points, bruh, it couldn't have got no worse.
You do know that Frankie Louvo and Jeremy Chin came from this team. If he put him in and Frankie Louvo is still in the game at 37-0, they gonna get that boy hurt.
I'm just saying, bro. Think about it. How worse can it get than 37-0?
Trying to get back. 45,
Bruh.
43, 43 to nothing.
Bruh. But I'm saying from the quarterback position, for you not to have no points,
You
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 picking
could
them.
throw two more picks.
I guess he already threw 2 picks in the beginning of the game.
But
Like that's what I'm saying from the quarterback
wasn't him.
position.
That wasn't him. Bryce Young could throw two picks. That's what I'm saying. He with him just getting in the game, he is that bad that he could throw another interception. Andy Dalton is handing this ball off at 2nd and 3. There is no comeback fight. There's no fight song in this. If they score, it is because they get in field goal range via running the ball.
hmm
And at this point, I don't know if every starter is still on the field. They should be because, like I said, you should be trying to pitch this shutout. So that should have been the last first down that you let up. Bobby got to tell him that if we're gonna hold this shutout, y'all, we got to stop this first down.
Oh no, that's points right there. And it's a long pass down to just
Ah, he put up the first down sign on y'all too. That's crazy. What do y'all feel about celebrating in the game like this? Like, do you just get up and just go to the huddle, or you actually celebrate your first downs? And if you score, do you do that dance you've been saving? Anybody? No, I don't know where everybody went.
Man, they are literally having a free fall. What happened, everybody? Fellas? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to call the game then. So they were just on a 2nd and 1, it looked like. 2nd and 5. It looked like Mikey Sanders came through there and broke out the lumber. Put it on somebody. San Francisco scored, and they are look like they about to try to tie it up against Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, we are at 3 and 4. 3rd and 4 coming up. Forbes is on the field, ladies and gentlemen, with the thumb wrapped up. He is on the field. 3rd and 4. Andy Dalton in shotgun. He hands the ball off. Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard gets a first down, a little bit more. No, it looked like Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders gets the first down, a little bit more. So, looks like the defense is just cutting up that wheel right now. They got to back them people into a corner or something. I mean, they can't let them just do that. Come down the field and score. Come on, buddy, watch this stupid. Okay, that looks like Chuba. Was it Hubbard? Let me see. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard around the end, in the round for the go-ahead touchdown. Like I said, I did not think it would be a shutout, ladies and gentlemen, which it was not. So yeah, Chuba Hubbard scored in the round. Go ahead touchdown for his mob. Get on the board. So with that
Yes,
drive, I will
sir.
have to give the defense a failing grade.
Yes,
They
sir.
Yeah,
allowed points.
yeah. I don't know, man. We got knocked off, man. But I said it wasn't gonna be a shutout myself.
I said the same thing, bro. I called it. Well,
Yeah,
we called it.
no. Just the starters come off the field now.
Man, that don't matter, bro. You supposed to, like you said, you supposed to shut them out.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that they scored. The starters come off the field now. You don't risk injury at this point. You was trying to
Okay,
stop them, and at this
I'm
point they got a
pissed.
touchdown. Your game over.
They needed to shut out. I want to see a shutout.
bro. You ain't never satisfied, bro. We are up 37 to 7.
Why am I? I
37 to
should want
7.
to see a shutout. Why would we
And
not
our
want to see
quarterback
a shutout?
and our quarterback went out on the first drive. After his first drive. I mean, I don't know how much happier you can be in this situation. In this
If
circumstance.
Jaden Daniels stayed in the
I don't
game,
know
we
about
probably
this.
wouldn't even. He probably wouldn't even have played after
About
halftime.
to put him
Probably would have
over.
been 37-7 at halftime.
I thought
Maybe.
he did that already. I'm talking about
Maybe.
just set it back in there and eat it. Stop doing all that. Yeah, you don't have to cut it off with it. Because that's what I told.
Normally, I wouldn't suggest this, but I think it's time to start looking ahead to next week.
I would put Coastal Yankoff in.
Is he on the roster for today? Because you know they got different rosters for different days. But I know he made the 53-man roster initially. I don't know if he's on the roster today.
He wasn't inactive.
It's true.
I mean, because what does Mariota have to play for? Does he have to throw another touchdown for you, bro?
Damn, that was to play with Mariota ain't got that to play for either now, huh?
I mean, I'm just saying, like it's 11 minutes left.
It, it,
They did just score on y'all.
bitch your
They did
backup.
just score in the fourth quarter. Do you respond with a touchdown? Do you need Mariota to respond with a touchdown to be convinced?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, bitch your backup. You up by too much. Like, that's kind of disrespectful. I think
What, to score again?
if you benched your backup on me, bro, I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm just
Right,
saying. I'm
if you've
just
been
saying,
losing
bro.
if you've been losing 37 to nothing or 37-7 and you ain't put your backup in and you put your third string in and you don't even have one as a quarterback, I'm insulted. Yeah, I'm telling the rest of the
Yeah, bro,
league.
I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight, bro. Don't shake my hand after the game, bro. Don't shake my hand.
As an owner, I might pay another owner under the table a little bit of money for something.
Huh?
Who y'all play
You
next
said as
week?
an owner?
Yeah, say as an owner, I would pay another owner. Like who y'all play next week? Yeah, send them a gift package. Yeah, just put my
Oh
name on.
yeah.
Just put my name on it.
Oh yeah.
Chicago,
Nah.
number one versus two. That game has been flexed. That game has been flexed this Sunday night. The number one versus number two was flexed.
Yeah.
What? So that's tonight or next week?
Yeah. It's a night game now. I
No, I'm
think,
saying
ain't
is that
it?
tonight or next week?
Nah, next week against Caleb versus Jaden.
That's gone to a night game now.
That is now a night
I
game.
believe so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's y'all notice the second time that it got flexed.
I mean,
No, I'm saying it was a 1 o'clock game initially, and then it got flexed to CBS for 4:25. And if Roe is saying that it got switched to the Sunday night game, that's the second time it got flexed.
that's crazy.
No, I
Well,
mean that's eyes on you right there. That's Tupac, all eyes on me.
yeah. I mean, what that really is, I think what that really is more than anything is the fact that these two have panned out the way that people thought they might.
Good
You
move,
know?
Mariota. Good move, Mariota. Good move, Mariota. Good way to get the first down, Mariota. What you mean, Mariota ain't ready? What you mean, Mariota ain't ready, bruh? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, cuz?
Mariota doing his best Steve Young impression.
What did you see that?
Looking like
Man,
young Steve
Carolina,
Young.
Stop.
man.
Watch out. Let me get across the
Carolina.
field. First down. Move the chains.
Bro, you talking about Carolina? Look, man, the man's still doing it.
You might got to sit Mariota, bro. You might got to sit him, bro. He's too on fire, bro. He in fuego.
You cannot
Look,
bench your backup
the
quarterback.
announcers even saying that Mariota's got to be careful. Like, he's just got to be careful. He's in fuego, bro. It's NBA Jam. He's on fire. It must be the shoes. Rush offense, 193 yards. B-Rob makes a difference.
Yeah.
Daniel's not even on the field. We got almost 200 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Mariota got a good 30. Yeah, you right. Solid.
Well, Daniels got 50 of that.
True. He did get 50 off the buck. Daniels did get 50. Okay. Mariota pulls it back. Mariota throw. Completed. He dropped it. Hey, bruh, still him in his ribs, bruh. Zacchaeus, that's the second game, bruh. Don't get me wrong. You completed my man perfect streak since he had a completion, bruh. What's wrong with you, bruh?
Mariota out there faking, man. Mariota out there faking.
He not. Come on, bro. You never satisfied, bro.
No, I'm saying he's playing good, man. He's playing
Are
good.
Are you not entertained?
It is
bro.
Carolina.
You gotta give it to Mariota.
It is Carolina.
Oh man.
Yet are you not entertained?
Oh man. Wait till y'all see this one.
Oh, stepped up. Throws the ball deep. Bucket for a bucket to T-Mac. For a bucket.
What?
For a bucket. Mariota with a bucket. Look at the number one. Look at the number one getting tripped up, held, all that. Working back for the QB. Bucket. Mariota throws a dime in there for the bucket. What I like to call Buckito.
Yeah, Mariota got things going, man. He got things going, but I just don't know if he can.
It's okay if you don't.
Everybody.
It's okay if you don't. This would be Terry's third week with 100 yards if he can get this 2-yard completion. Send it with his second catch of the season. With his third catch of the season. Second in this game. Didn't get much going on that, but got 3 yards, positive yards in it. Got on the cool 11 Concords. Showing your Jordanists today. It's a different swag out there with the skins.
Mariota out there looking like Jordan right now, making all the buckets.
Hey, it is what you see. You gotta get Terry that 100 real quick though. You gotta get Terry that 100. See how this look. Come on, get Terry.
Terry go back on the field.
Nah, they ain't going to Terry on this one. Book up. Bucket is the keys. Bucket. Mariota can't be stopped. I told you he was on fire a quarter ago. I said on fire, bro.
We're the 5th-ranked offense.
5.
Props to your offensive coordinator.
5. 5th. Is Cliff Kingsbury not just as big of a pickup as Dan Quinn is?
Maybe.
Right now he's got better stats than defense. He is carrying the team. I'm not gonna lie. Cliff Kingsbury is carrying the Washington team.
He deserves a lot of credit. Cliff Kingsbury deserves a lot of credit.
Big Nichols
does. You right.
I will say that if you're doing coaching staff MVP, we would say Cliff Kingsbury probably would win that. But I'm gonna be real. I've been hard on Joe Witt Jr. With the exception of the Ravens game, 3 out of the last 4 games, we ain't been giving up a lot of points, a lot of nothing.
It's the comp though. I would say that to me it's the comp. Like that part, like I said, I agree with Rowett. Not to be funny and nothing like that. You played the Browns, you played the Cardinals, you played the Panthers. Those are teams that, in my opinion, with what Witt and Quinn said about changing the culture, those are teams that you beat because they're bad when you play them. The Bengals shine though, and what scares me a little bit is the fact that even though the Giants are bad offensively, You need help with a cornerback, and maybe Forbes is going to be that answer with Neighbors when we get back to that. But I really like their defense. They lost today because they couldn't do anything on offense. Their defense is getting better, and they're more dialed in.
You talking about the
About the
Giants?
yeah, yeah. And that
Yeah,
game that we had against them early, not really getting, you know what I'm saying, not really getting a lot of offense on them. I see one of those games again if we can't get those points like we're talking about. So it's going like that. That's why I said I really feel like this season is going to be up to Kingsbury on as far as what you said as far as the Super Bowl. That's going to be to me up to Kingsbury more than it will be up to Joe Witt and Dan Quinn year one.
yeah, but man, I'm gonna be
You're
fair.
gonna have to outscore. You're gonna have to outscore them Packers. You're gonna have to outscore the Buccaneers again. Because again, right now, in my opinion, you don't got a corner that can stop Mike Evans. And nah, you good. I'm gonna sweep up. You don't got a corner that can stop Mike Evans,
Yeah,
and they're going to go at that intentionally if the game is on the line. Like if we're talking about playoffs, Bucky Irvin is getting pretty good with them right now as far as their running game. They were able to run against us. You don't have Jonathan Allen for the rest of the season, so now as a group, you have to do better stopping the run. Today, I think you did a good job with that, with at least what I thought that the Panthers were going to be able to do, which was run the ball. They have run the ball pretty decent, but by the point range that we're winning by, which I said that if you can get in situations like this, then you don't have to worry about defending the run. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Um, the one thing like I said, I'm impressed today, but Andy Dalton doesn't scare me when your number one wide receiver threat is Deontay Johnson. They don't have Adam Thielen, so you don't have a secondary threat to challenge the other side the same way you would. Jatavion Sanders has done a really good job against this team on play actions, not necessarily straight up plays by itself, but play actions. Excuse me, he's been able to get behind the defense. Do you play tight ends like that? You have the San Francisco 49ers that are in the NFC, and those teams like that are going to be able to score for you being a fan of Brock Purdy in situations where I'm against them. If you can't get pressure, no, I mean, I'm just being real. If we can't get pressure on them, Brock
I
Purdy is
wouldn't
going to be
call
dangerous
myself
to
a
be able to.
fan. I'm gonna just say that I
No,
don't
no, no,
feel
no,
like,
no, no, not necessarily a fan. You're just supportive.
yeah,
Like you were supportive against what I was against, and
yeah.
I you know what I'm saying, which is cool. You know what I'm saying. I was just
Philly
saying that
is coming. Philly is coming.
I
Philly
don't.
is coming.
I'm not worried about Philly as. And don't get me wrong, I'm worried about Saquon Barkley. If you can stop Saquon Barkley, I'm not as worried about Philly. Don't get me wrong. The only reason why I'm not worried about Philly, bro, even though you make a good point, is Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore to me is he's gonna go away from what works to try to do what he thinks works. And I watched today that Jalen Hurts trying to call that line and call those assignments. He's getting sacked a
Yeah.
lot when they weren't getting sacked before. So what I think about with the Giants is that they lost 28-3. And this team, our offense now clicking the way that it does, minus the exception of Mariota's performance today, not to take anything away from him, but with Jaden over the last few weeks after that Giants game, I think our offense got better. I think he got better as a play caller and making up for mistakes in certain situations and stuff like that. I think our offense got better, period. Again, after that Giants game is when we went on the streak of all of those drives of scoring in a row. So I think that in that 28-3 game, to me, with Philly against the Giants, and honestly, those scores came late. They held them in the first half, even with Saquon Barkley going crazy. Saquon Barkley almost had 200 yards, and they should have beat them the way that we beating the Panthers right now, and they didn't because the Giants defense was holding up a lot. So if our defense can do the same thing as far as just hold them on certain drives in our offense and score, you take Saquon Barkley out of being able
Oh,
to run for them. And that's
hey,
what
hey,
you can
hey,
be.
V, not to cut you off, but
Yes,
Colton Yankoff is dressed.
okay, okay. Yes,
The-
sir, he is. I see him.
Bryce Young in the game. Bryce Young in the game.
Okay, okay, Bryce.
Okay, okay.
And he hands it off.
That's all he gonna do. But it's okay. Hey, look, man, I'm just
I
happy.
threw it.
Hey, look,
I didn't,
Bryce
I didn't
Young.
call for a bomb the first play.
What?
We going deep.
I'd have checked out of any run they gave me.
We going deep. We going deep, fellas. What do we got to lose? We got 4 minutes
know?
left. We just need 4 quick touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Touchdown. He in the
I just
onside.
look. We don't even need 4 quick touchdowns. I just need to throw a touchdown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I need to do. I
He
need to
doesn't
throw.
have a passing touchdown this season. He has 3 interceptions and 1 rushing touchdown.
See, nah, I need a touchdown.
He
I
is
need to
hand-
cut it.
Oh, he got a pass completion. Got a play. Oh, and what a hit. Good hit by
Yeah,
Ingleby. Good hit, Ingleby. Third down. They might be getting ready to go 3 and out.
but it wouldn't be his fault. Hey, you know it's wild when you are the person that they benched, the guy that they thought was the future of the franchise for, and now he's back in the game because you've getting blown out. You know
From the guy that
that's what's
replaced you.
going on in this Panthers locker room. It's crazy.
Bro, they're gonna fire the whole franchise, bro. It's gonna be
Yes.
a expansion team within the expansion team. The expansion team
Yeah.
be another expansion team somewhere else. They might as well put them in Mexico. Start the work down there. Oh yeah, this is completely a stop. This is a stop. Yeah, okay. Game over. Even the backup defense is doing good. They look good. I ain't gonna hold you. They look good. They look like they got some pressure and everything. Bellor.
Yeah. Fresh
Bellor has
leg.
been really good on special teams. Point out for everybody that doesn't know, Bellor has been really good on special teams. It's 4th and 11.
Yeah. Come on, the kids, run this back. Do something that you don't gotta do, but you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, how
You
about
know
that?
what I mean?
For that drop pass on that drive, a couple drives.
Yeah.
Even though we did get in scoring position for that, and we got a field goal. So
I
20
mean,
points in both halves, bro. Is that not good enough? You think we should have scored more?
he still ain't happy.
Nah, I mean I want his honest opinion. Do
No,
you
that's a good
think we
look. No,
scored
that's a
more?
good look. A 40 burger is a 40 burger. What are you
How
saying
many
against
times
that?
did we score 40 in this quarter? I mean,
Yeah.
in one season.
No,
And
no,
this
no.
is second
This
40
is
burger in
great.
one season.
This is great. No
This,
doubt. I just think the competition is a little bit suspect. That's
but
all.
but
This
do
is
you have to
Mariota's
get
40 burger.
do you have to
It,
get these wins though? Don't
Yes,
we
you
do
do.
agree that you
You
got to
do.
get these
No,
wins,
this
right?
was great. This was
bro.
great. This is exactly what they were supposed to do. That's what I said in the beginning. This is
Hey,
exactly what they were
bro.
supposed to do. I got to
This
give
is
them
this
credit.
is this is Marcus Mariota's 40 burger. You understand that, right?
I do. I do.
That's
I
Actually,
do.
actually he
all
got to get a
Mariota.
score on this
I am
drive.
highly impressed
It's his
out of what I
37
saw.
burger, Leo. It's
I
his
am
37
Huh?
highly
burger.
impressed
I said
by
it's
what I
his
saw out of
37
Mariota.
burger.
No, I mean, you gotta call a spade a spade. Even if let's say he was the starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels came in for one drive, and then Jaden Daniels came in for one drive and kicked the field goal. He scored the rest. Basically, I mean, I get Fowler, it's a pick six, but this is all Mariota. It's been Mariota since the first quarter.
True that. True that.
So it's like since the first drive, we only had one drive with Jaden Daniels. And I'm not knocking Jaden because I've been very impressed with the young man. And fact of the matter is that we was up
Hey, man.
10-0 when he went off the field. So I mean, don't get me wrong, he gave Mariota a head start, either which way you look at it. Because it
Nah,
wasn't
very, very true. Very
10-7.
true.
It
Point well taken.
wasn't 0-0. It was 10-0. That's a it's a head start, realistically. But Mariota, I mean, it's been him since the first quarter. Since the first offensive drive, it's been all Mariota.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
And I got to give him his props. Because guess what? Everybody on this podcast was very skeptical of Marcus Mariota.
It could have still been 20-0.
It could be.
It could
It
have
could be.
easily still been 20 to
It could be
nothing.
10. It could have been 10-0. It could have just
No,
been 10-0.
yes, yes. It could have been it could have been 10-7 because they did just
Yep.
score a touchdown. And
Yep.
you could be trying to just fight a 3-point field goal because Mariota couldn't move the ball. And again,
Exactly.
not to take Leo shine because I'm gonna let him have it when he does, but Cliff Kingsbury. Before I even say anything more, I'll let Leo do his thing when he does that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we can start that now because it's no point of
What else is
waiting.
there to do? What else is there to
Okay.
do?
Yeah. What else did it do? The game is over. Okay. Just in case y'all didn't know, the game is not officially ended, but the game is over. Okay. The game is all the way over. All right. So I'm gonna give a big shout out to Cliff Kingsbury, man. I believe that Cliff Kingsbury, I believe Dan Quinn could potentially win Coach of the Year this year. If we continue on going the way that we're going, I think Dan Quinn might deserve Coach of the Year.
We've already matched last year's
You
total,
know?
just to add. I mean, we've already beat last
We've
year's
already
total. Just
beat.
that. Yeah,
We've already
just
beat last year
that's all I
total.
gotta add.
Yes, we beat last year total in the first 7 weeks. We have 10 weeks to go. 10 more, not even 10 weeks to go. We got 11 more weeks to go. We got 10 more games to go.
If we go 5 and
We,
5, we got 10 wins. It's a 10 win season.
bruh, bruh, do you understand that we beat our last year total before we got to our bye week this year?
Damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy work. Okay, we beat our last year win total before we got to the bye week.
We might got more points than we scored all last year too.
Probably we might. I wouldn't doubt that. So Cliff Kingsbury deserves a lot of credit for this. Okay, um, Cliff Kingsbury, like a Kyle Shanahan with RG3, he had a rookie quarterback, and he had to design stuff that rookie quarterback could excel at, and he has done that. Okay, but today, throw your amazing rookie out of the window. Okay, he did this with a quarterback that a lot of people don't have any faith in. He did this with a quarterback that most people was like, "Oh man, if Jaden Daniels go down, man, I don't know what we gonna do." you know, that was the sentiment that everybody had. If Jaden Daniels go down, man, that's it, that's over. I don't know, And Cliff Kingsbury came out and called probably one of the best games of the year so far. Marcus Mariota is out there making plays, but Cliff Kingsbury has been on fire today. If I was going to give a game ball to somebody on the coaching staff, it'll be hard not to give it to Joe Witt, but it'll be hard. I mean, this is a coaching win. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it a coaching win because we came out there and was dominant, and the players played well, but the coaches, I mean, they were on fire today. To be real, and I've been very critical of Joe Witt Jr., and I'm gonna apologize right now. I'm gonna say that um, people love, excuse me, people love to talk. People love to talk when it's bad, but don't nobody want to come out and say they were wrong. I was wrong. Okay, you want to know why I was wrong? I was wrong because I was very critical of Joe Witt Jr. Even told him get out the booth, man. But when I look at the last 4 games, okay, I look at the last 4 games. I look at 13 points. I look at 14 points. They have 7 points. I look at the 20 plus points that the Ravens put on us. And even with that, that was the most explosive offense in the league. And don't get me wrong, we didn't win that game, but they didn't just dominate us the way that they have offensively a lot of other teams.
I beg to differ with that. They definitely did, but we didn't lose by more than one possession, and that's something that you can correct those mistakes if you have to play that team
Bruh,
again.
they had 500 yards like 2 weeks in a row, bruh.
And they had 470 against us, 468 to be exact, 470. That's still bad, bruh. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Don't get me wrong. It was a one possession game,
It
but let's
is.
not forget that they ended the game with the ball, and we were
Yeah,
not able to stop them at that time. So that's possibly a 10 point loss
yeah,
at worst. You know what I'm saying, or at best if they
yeah.
keep the ball on that jump.
Now I will say that I'm not saying that he did a great job in the Baltimore game. I'm saying that out of the last 4 games,
He didn't get muted.
out of the last 4 games, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah, yeah. Out of the last 4 games, he has done a really good job. If you're talking about quarters of a season, right? And you say, okay, this is a quarter, this is a quarter. A quarter's usually four, now maybe 4 to 5 games, because now it's 17 games. If you look at just this and say this is a quarter of the season, I
Yeah.
mean, he would have been this would have been a dominant defense.
No, for sure, for sure. So to me, I still think the quarters exist. I still think it's 4 quarters. You just add one game now. You know what I'm saying? So it's 4 quarters and an extra game. So in the first four, you were 4-1. In the second four, you're now
Nah,
1-1. Yeah, right. It's 16 games in 4 quarters, four,
yeah,
four, 4-4, and then you add one more.
we
So in the
five and
first,
two.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. In the first quarter of the 4 games, you were 4-1. In the second quarter, you 1-1. You lost to the
Okay,
Ravens, and you now
yeah,
beat you now beat
yeah,
the
you can say
Panthers.
that.
So if you can take care of the Bears and you have the Giants again, if you can go 2-0 in the next 2 games, you set yourself up really good for the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying? For those last 2 quarters, regardless of how they go. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you get lazy and you accept losing or anything like that, but you set yourself up to kind of claim your destiny in in the last half of the quarter. If you happen
Yeah,
to go 0-2 in the next 2 weeks, then you now put yourself in a position where you're now fighting to kind of get those wins to catch yourself back up. But you're not out of position of anything if that's the case. I think this Bears game is going to be another big test, not because of the competition in this regard, but more so because of the attention of the game. The Bengals game was a primetime game, but I don't think the attention was on it the same way that this game is going to be on it. I don't think that Caleb Williams has done anything against a good defense that has said that he's the next coming or anything like that, or better than my quarterback or our quarterback or anything like that. At the same time, you got to hope that our quarterback is healthy coming into that game, number one. And number two, you have to look at what how important this game is for both sides.
I'm
You
I'm
know,
scared. You want to know why I'm scared of that game? Because not because of Caleb Williams. Okay, I mean they got a really good receiver core, and our secondary got to play very very up to par to be able to rock against that.
so I haven't.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, nah, my bad. Nah, DeAndre Swift had a decent game last week, but he's been slow to get off this so far this season. So they may have some struggles in the running game, and if that happens, we'll get a heavy dose of Caleb. I also think that this is a case where Cliff Kingsbury has to now call another great game. One, because we don't know the status of our quarterback at the moment completely. Number two, regardless of such, I don't want them to get into a battle of which pick is the best pick. Caleb is going to try to play that role. There's no way around it for me that the Bears are going to lean just on running the ball and not let Caleb throw the ball. Caleb is
Hey,
going to try to be the hero in that game. So stat wise, I think Caleb may end up on the better end of that. But I want the win more than I want the stats. I do think that Jaden
hey!
Daniels
I
can
got
definitely beat him in that category. But I think
hey,
that if we get up on them, that Caleb's going to be trying to be the hero and trying to create some stuff.
hey! I got some news. So tweeted out that he is fine, and they put HTTR. I mean HTTC.
Okay,
So
cool,
I
cool.
mean I'm pretty sure that that's yeah,
All right, but that's why I said you got to think that Kingsbury is going to continue on the run that he's on right now, which is great. It's a night game, so you get everybody else to play first. I still think what I'm saying right now is going to be true. Caleb Williams is going to try to play hero in that game, and like I said, I would love for us to win the battle as far as who's the best quarterback in that position. I mean, in that game, but I don't think that it needs to be something that you call your plays based on him trying to run as much. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind him running today. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I think what Rose
yeah,
said as far as learning how to protect yourself in that situation. In that situation, you run and let them tackle you, and you fall forward. You can't slide with somebody on your back. You just put yourself in too bad of a situation. A player
yeah,
trying to stop their momentum, running full speed after you, is very hard to do.
yeah. I mean I'm gonna be real. The one thing that we was missing in that Ravens game was Brian Robinson.
Yes, I totally agree.
That's the one
Just
thing
the
that
way
was
he looked
missing in that
today, the way he looked today definitely showed that he had bursts, he had quickness. You know what I'm saying? He was
game.
right. He was getting tough yards after the run.
Yeah, yeah, we missed. And so this is the thing. Those Power Five teams, I think that if you say we were one possession away from tying the game, you know what I mean? Even if we lost, let's say, even if you want to say we lost by 10 points because they had the ball, and you say we're one or two possessions away without Brian Robinson, without our starting running back, I think that that's a
We
really
go
good,
out.
you know.
When we go
I
out,
think, oh yeah, I think that when you put them out there, that I mean that stands for a potential really good situation. I mean, I don't know if we really looking at it the way I think we should be. I mean, I think that we could play. I think better against Power Five teams. I think early in the season, especially against the Bucks come out and punch us in our mouth a little bit, and I think that that worked for us more than anything because it let us know that these top teams are not going to play with us.
you're right, exactly. And taking care of business against the teams that aren't there yet is good practice to make sure that you're still doing the right things. You just got to execute when it matters against the better teams. Because to be honest, I think we've played against the best, like the better teams. I think we played against their better play. Like they played some of their better football against us. Like even though Lamar Jackson and them ain't had 500 plus yards, again, like I said, Harbaugh was worried. Like being down, being up 10 points, up 14 points, he wasn't looking at that like, yeah, with the game's over, everything's settled. Like he was worried. And with Mariota having the game that he had today, I can't say that the offense really missed a beat. Again, it took him some time to warm up, but I'm confident that he's able to finish the game. 18 for 23, 205, two touchdowns, 11 rushes for 34 yards. Not a bad game. Not a bad game at all.
Bam. Yeah, this is a game that he did not prep for. He did not, this is a game that he was the backup quarterback coming in and just came out there and was prepared and ready. And that's a testament to the next man up mentality. When you got a next man up mentality in your organization, I think that that is going to reap benefits. You know, Patrick Mahomes. I think they said he threw what, three picks. Brock Purdy threw two. This is a defensive game, straight defensive game, straight up defensive game, man. So, um, do we got any statements, man? Any, because we're not gonna stay too long, keeping everybody all wrapped up.
Man, I got a statement. I ain't said
Oh
much.
man, we
We ain't
got a
playing with
festival tomorrow,
nobody. I
man.
ain't
Yeah.
scared of nobody. And I'm welcoming any and every competition that can step to the
Tomorrow,
table.
later on tonight or tomorrow. Or
Okay, okay, Big
tomorrow
Son.
when them start bothering.
Uh,
If
Big
some,
Son, I do got a question for you, Big Son,
yeah.
specifically. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, probably no more.
Jonathan Allen is out for the rest of the season, right? What do you think about Deron Payne's play today? Did you think he was good, solid? What did you think?
Definitely was on point today. Deron played his butt off
Put this
today.
back
I
together.
think it was actually more pressure in the middle of the field, with some of the rotating guys.
You got what you need right here. All right. Yeah, I believe that Deron Payne is proving my point even more. Like, this is not a downplay on Allen at all because I like Allen, I really do. But in this league, we do know it's about availability. Has Allen always been the healthiest in his career? No. Has he been consistent in play? Yes. But like I say, Availability is the best ability. You know what I'm saying? So my statement about me seeing Allen being gone after the season, I'm still holding true to it, especially after this injury and Deron playing is playing well and the line is looking like it's not missing a beat. That's my sentiments. I'm still sticking to it.
Okay. Okay. So if you are, we look in the next week, right? Uh, we looking in the next week now a little bit. What do you think that we're gonna have to do against Caleb Williams in this next week? Because
Oh, we got to put Caleb Williams on the carpet just as much as Andy Dalton and them touched it. To keep him from scoring because he can't score. He may not be no Jaden Daniels, but he still got good playability.
okay,
I think the importance to me is going to be maybe Coleman getting the start over Lucas to make sure that Sweat doesn't get off. Uh,
okay,
Sweat's having a decent season so far. Far as hurries on the quarterback, um, they've been they've been okay on stopping the run, but that's on the last couple of teams they played, which was the Jaguars, I believe, and the Panthers. So, in my opinion, two bad teams. And Caleb had a lights out game against the Panthers, had a really good game against the Jaguars as well. And I just don't know if you want to get in a shootout with him. Not again, the defense has gotten turnovers today, which I think you need to get used to so that the guys are actually itching to try to play for those. Caleb's going to give you a chance at those. He's thrown interceptions in, I believe, 3 of 5 of his games, or 3 or 6 of his games, one or the other. So you have an opportunity to get interceptions here. It's about stopping the run for me, one. And if you can continue to do that the way that you did today, he's going to give you an opportunity, but he's also going to take some shots. So you're going to have to be very disciplined on the secondary part next year because I mean on next week, because if you miss it, he's going to take those shots, and they have wide receiver talent there to make plays. So I want to see the defense continue the effort that they gave today and make this a tough game for them. Like I said, if you can get up 2 touchdowns, it's not that I don't feel like they can come back, but I feel like you make them one dimensional. And if you can create those situations, and again, you got a coordinator that knows this quarterback. He knows him better than their offensive coordinator knows him. So you're going to have an advantage of knowing what he likes to do, and maybe not what they want to do, but what he likes to do. So the shots that if you can design some things that gives him some schemes that show him something, and then switch out of it to try to give him some confusion, that'd be really dope. I like to see what those guys create.
okay, okay. Montez Sweat coming to town. Montez Sweat coming to town. Okay, so how do you guys feel about that situation? I mean, with Montez, I mean, he been talking a whole lot since he left the organization. I mean, he doesn't seem to really care for the organization very much anymore. Uh, probably because he didn't get that. Probably because he didn't get that contract that he may have wanted. Um, but Montez coming to town, man. So, uh, what do you think about that situation about Montez Sweat coming back to Washington?
That's why I say it's going to be important to me to see who goes up against him, Lucas or Coleman, or is it Andrew Wiley? You know what I mean? What does Chicago try to do to influence their scheme on Jaden Daniels? They're going to have a lot to deal with a mobile quarterback rather than one who's just trying to create in the pocket, but one that can do that as well. I think that Washington's concern this week after getting a small scare would be about Cliff maybe including those read options in place, or you know what, maybe not even saying that. You know what, this is a professional game. You are a pro. This is a job that we expect you to be in. You're going to have to protect yourself better. If it's not there, we'd rather you get down than to try to get the extra yards. that's going to be important. If you're ahead of a play, it's probably more important for you to get out of bounds than it is to try to fight for extra yards. If you've already got 40 or 50 yards, you've already completed the play way more than what we thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? So trying to get a 60, 70 yard run when you don't have the position to make that type of play, it's probably better to just get out of bounds or get down safely. If you can't, then you just got to run forward. You played football before. Falling forward is a little less dangerous than, you know what I'm saying, getting tackled from behind like that. Falling forward, if anything, you'd have been out of breath landing on the football or something like that, you'd have been fine. Um, can, I don't. I really think, like I said, it's going to be more about Sweat and the defense. You know what I'm saying? Caleb is going to be Caleb. I think what they're looking for from him is going to continue to be. I think they want to have that quarterback of the future. That coach and coaching staff is still trying to prove that they made the right decision between Fields and him. The last 2 weeks are going to give them confidence that he can make plays in the game, and he's going to want that NFC Rookie of the Week. I think it's going to be up for grabs in that game, and I think that that's going to be a big part of the showcase of that. One of these two rookies going to end out this week with the Rookie of the Week after whatever happens early in the day. You know, Neighbors and Daniels has their little friendly, saying, agreement on who's going to be the Rookie of the Year, who's going to have the best performance in and out, and Neighbors is going to have an early chance to perform next week. And Marvin Harrison and the other guys, Brian Thomas Jr.'s and everything like that, who had a pretty good game today. So everybody's going to have a chance to really, and everybody's going to be watching. Like I said, everybody in the league is going to watch the top two picks in the league play this game next week. So it's going to be really interesting to see.
I couldn't agree more, man. It's a big game, a huge game. You know, when they say number one versus number two, man, I always like to say the Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, man. That's kind of what I call it, you know? And the reason I call it the Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, I mean, when you got two top athletes starting to pan out, not just, you know, not just one of those things the thing with one of those guys are just okay. No, these guys are panning out to being what we thought they were, right? We are panning out to be they're panning out to be what we thought they were. And the real true facts in that, right? The real biggest thing about that is that when you get guys like that, when you get guys that are absolute monsters, absolute beasts, right? Everybody want to see them. And they don't want to just see them. They want to see them go against each other. You know, they want to see them, who's better between who, you know? So I'm excited about this game. I think we got the best of this situation. And I think that Jaden Daniels is going to go out there and prove it. I think Jaden Daniels is definitely going to go out there and prove that he's the better person. Just my opinion. Um, but what do you think? Do you think Jaden is going to you think Jaden's going to outshine him?
I mean, I think that's why they saved him today for next week, so he can be fully prepared for that. Because it's going to be a big game. I think Jaden outshines him in that game, though.
I want the win. I want the win. Because the way that I see their team set up, our team has a little bit more balance. We're one of the better running teams in the NFL right now, and they're going to heavily need the pass, and because Caleb's not a running quarterback, and not that he can't run at all, but he's more of a passing quarterback, and he's going to try to create some things that I believe lead to big plays. So we're either going to get turnovers or there are going to be some big plays made. And I don't think that our side is not going to try to go for those big plays as well. I just think that because we have a balance in our run game, it's a high chance that Caleb could have the better stat line if he doesn't turn the ball over. And it's not due to, like I said, there's a high chance that with that better stat line doesn't come a win. So let's say that, and just in assuming, let's say that Caleb throws for 275, 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, but he has a pick or has 2 interceptions. Let's say Jaden has 230 something yards, but he also has 80 yards rushing, 50 to 80 yards rushing. But he has a rushing touchdown and he has 2 touchdowns passing, or has a passing touchdown that has 2 rushing touchdowns, or a passing touchdown and 1 rushing touchdown, but you get the win. I can't say that Caleb wouldn't be the player of the week or rookie of the week if you're talking in terms of just stat line. If he were able to have the touchdowns and not as many interceptions, maybe one, but the two would probably lean it towards Jaden. The W also is a factor in that, in my regard. And again, that over 300 yards total offense and multiple touchdowns would lean me to believe that Jaden would be able to get it. I just think that the stat line would be a little higher for Caleb. I think that we should be able to be in the lead in this game, similar to the way that we were in this game. And that's a little high for a lot of other people to see. But I think that Chicago's bad, in my opinion. I think they just played two bad
Did
teams. And
you
it
did you
just so
just
happened.
say that? Did you say that it's going to be like the Carolina game? Wow.
I think that it has you have I think that this team has the opportunity to beat the Chicago Bears the same way that they beat the Panthers today. I do not mean that the Panthers won't have chances to convert, and I don't mean that it will be 40-7, but I still think that this team could put up 30 to 40 points on the Bears. And I also don't think that the Bears could put up that many points on us if you're able to get turnovers from Caleb Williams and you're able to stop the run. Those are two big asks, but this is
Yeah.
also a rookie. So you have a rookie quarterback who I think is highly skilled in its own regard, who's young in his maturation of the league. So I do think that he'll be good. I don't know if it's great this year, but I do think that he'll be good. He does some things that I really like really, really well. And then there's some things that I think he needs to grow up on. And that just takes time. Every football player doesn't come into their own at the same time. The thing is with this is that I really feel like that you have the advantage, Washington, in this situation. Cliff Kingsbury has spent a year, if not 2 years, with this quarterback in grooming the way that he plays the position. You didn't allow Washington to make the leap and make the trade to pick this player because you knew that this player in Jaden Daniels, which is quoted, did all of the things that you liked of a Caleb Williams, of a Patrick Mahomes, of a Kyler Murray, but he didn't make the same mistakes that some of those did in that same type of offense. So if that's the case, then I'm looking at you being able to understand that yes, Chicago may have a different offense, so they may have talented receivers, and yes, their offense may be this, and yes, this quarterback may be talented, but you should know the nuances of this quarterback that gives a veteran like a Bobby Wagner and a Frankie Louvu an advantage to give some pressure on this guy so that he can make some throws that your secondary can get some chances on. Today proved that the secondary and the defensive front could cause some pressure and get some turnovers today. The one thing that I didn't see a lot of was a lot of sacks. And with an Andy Dalton and a bad Panthers team, I definitely would have felt better with more pressure on the quarterback. That quarterback made mistakes today and threw those turnovers with a lot of pressure on him. Now, like
Yeah.
I said, Andy Dalton will try to get out of the pocket and make some plays on his feet if he has to. But that's kind of the quarterback you're going to play next weekend, Caleb, who I believe is going to make some of the better throws than the Panthers did today. If the defense plays the way that it did today, it's going to be a long day for Caleb and a really, really good day for the Washington Commanders, which I'm assuming and hoping so. Not to mention that this is the last week of trading, I believe. So going into next week, we should, if anything, know about news on whether we're going to add any players to our team. If I can add really quickly, there's news or rumors, which I'll say rumors because I'm not sure of any of it yet, but there are rumors of DeAndre Hopkins. And I heard a bigger rumor today, which is more of a reach, but it depends on how he feels after this loss to the Rams, which is Max Crosby with the Raiders.
Yeah.
That is just spectacle or spectation right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's what is on the trade block at the moment, or what is on the trade wire at the moment for us.
I
Before
mean, I'm gonna be real. Uh, if we go get a Max Crosby for somebody like Jamin Davis, that may be the end for him. But I would love to have Max Crosby on the team.
no, no. If there was even a conversation about it, you do whatever you have to do to get it. I'm not even mad if you have to give up a first round pick to get it. And I know that that's a reach. I know guys will be angry at
No.
me about saying that, but I have watched him with the Raiders since he has been drafted, and he is by far at least top three
Bruh.
to top five defensive players in the NFL.
Listen, bro. If I'm trading the first round pick, if I'm going to trade it for, if I'm Adam Peters and I'm going to trade the first round pick, there's only one thing I'm doing. I'm trading two first round picks, and I'm going after himself, Travis Hunter. We need a cornerback, bad. We
I
also
don't
can use
I
a
don't know
playmaker.
if you pass up on Max Crosby. And right as of right now, just as of right now, you haven't done bad with the draft picks that you had. You know what I'm saying? With that you've picked up in your first year so far. So far, so good.
Yeah,
Um Max Crosby instantly gives you pressure. It instantly gives you a run stopper. It
yeah,
instantly gives you a pass rush.
yeah.
Not to
No,
mention
no.
that you have talent around him
I
in the
got
pass
you.
rush. And I'm just saying that giving you a pass rush means that you can almost make any corner in a Joe Witt and Dan Quinn defense better. I'm not going to say great, but you can make them better if they have a pass rush. That's why the
Yeah,
cow. That's why I
but
traded the Deron. That's why Deron Bland was a 10 interception cornerback because the Cowboys were wreaking havoc on other offensive lines and quarterbacks
yeah.
with the ball all for time. So
Listen, I can agree with that, and I would say that for Max, the reason I said the only way I'm trading the first round pick is because so far now, especially in the new NFL, you don't see very many first round picks traded,
very true, very true, very true. I,
and
I,
so
I believe that Max Crosby is a talent worth that pick though. Like when
yeah.
we talk like
But I don't.
Devontae Adams going for a third, I definitely could see if you could offer a second and maybe a
Yeah,
James.
see, that's what I'm talking about. There we go.
No, no, no. But I'm saying me personally, Max Crosby is a first round pick talent. Even
Yeah,
at his age right now, even in where his career is right now, there is not a better defensive lineman that I would give up a first round pick to at
yeah.
the.
On Madden, what like I said, what I would do if I was a GM of Washington is like I said, I'm doubling up now because listen, if Forbes does pan out, right? Let's say Forbes does pan out. Now we got two corners. Our defense is sold up for next year. Um, I'm assuming Travis Hunter is going to come into the NFL and be not like a super shutdown corner or nothing like that, but he's going to be a playmaker like he is in the NFL. I mean, like he is in college football.
Well,
So if you get both of your corners to where they're both decent, we can then worry about other parts of the team. You know what I mean? And the edge rusher is very important. But like I said, I think we can get Max Crosby for a third round and maybe a second round actually.
I'm and again, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that, but I also don't know about trading your first round pick to get a Travis Hunter because you're going to have to give up something else with that first round pick to get that pick. It depends on what turns out at the end of the year and what free agents you have coming up or what contracts you may be trying to lose.
No,
Again,
I mean, we got money. We got enough. Honestly, the only reason I'm a little hesitant on Crosby is because I think Mika Parsons is going to be available
you
real
still
soon.
have the opportunity to get that. You want to know how that works? Guess what? Look at what happens if I tell you this. What happens if you get Max Crosby in a deal with the Raiders? Let's say for a first round pick, you still have the option to get back in the first round. If not with maybe not the first round, but you still have the option of getting back in the draft in a good space with Jonathan Allen or you could trade the contract of Jonathan Allen.
Nah,
Have
that's what I'm about to say. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get rid of that contract.
you can bleep, bruh. Listen to me. It is plenty of teams that will take Jonathan Allen. It is
Yeah, I mean, unless you wanna, like I said, if you wanna trade him, cool. But that contract is gonna be something that's gonna be more of a roadblock. Not saying it's gonna stop a
not,
person.
bruh, bruh,
I mean, a
bruh, bruh,
roadblock more
bruh,
than a roadblock.
bruh.
My bad.
Real quick. Devontae Adams just got $25 million from the Jets, and he is only going to be useful for 1 year because they're not going to have a quarterback unless they get a free agent from somewhere that's going to be able to take Aaron Rodgers' spot. This is the last year for Aaron Rodgers, if not one more year. But even with the one more year,
He'll be around one more year.
you're talking about an older Aaron Rodgers who is not going to be able to run from the pressure that's going to be coming. So even if he's Aaron Rodgers, you lose a step. Tom Brady's last season was not that good. And I'm not wishing that on Aaron Rodgers, but I'm also projecting on Devontae Adams. You take a $25 million deal with the Jets. You're going to be there for more than 1 year. You don't have a chance to restructure that because of how it was done with the Raider trade or whatever like that. Once Aaron Rodgers is gone, you have to deal with whatever quarterback is at the Jets. You literally left the Raiders to go to the Jets to the same situation that you were angry about, which was not having a quarterback to throw you the ball. The Raiders are now in better position to get a quarterback to possibly change their franchise. And Devontae Adams is a little upset that they didn't get Jaden Daniels. So you didn't take the offer here, if there was one, to come here, but to go to where you have familiarity with Aaron Rodgers, which is nothing wrong. But they have to win this year. Even if they go to the playoffs and win a playoff game, if they don't go to the Super Bowl, that whole spot is almost for nothing, especially if Aaron Rodgers retires because you don't have you if that because if they go to the playoffs, that means that they win, and that means that they don't have a high enough draft pick to pick the one at the quarterback, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? So you got to deal with whatever leftovers. You see what happened after Bo Nix. You just got to deal with leftovers. So whatever team's going to need quarterbacks is going to get those early. You're now in position to not be able to get one of these early. You're gonna have to pick one mid-level or late, or like I said, get a free agent and hope that whatever rookie you pick is going to be okay later. You have Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard. Let's say you can let go. You got Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. Alan Lazard, you don't need to let go because he's actually a really good target for you. But is that the familiarity with Aaron Rodgers, or is it he fit for the offense and how you have it right now? Right now, with him having a decent season, even before Devontae Adams get there, you can say let him go, keep Garrett Wilson, have him, Brees Hall, and whatever quarterback you got. You don't have to let him go though, because with a rookie quarterback and letting Aaron Rodgers go, you actually free up some money right there.
Nah, the person that's gonna go ain't gonna be him. It's gonna be Mike Williams.
All right, even if Mike Williams is gone, I think that Alan Lazard is gone too because you got Corley out there. You know what I'm saying?
Corley
And I
ain't
feel
even
like
been playing. He ain't even on the roster.
it's not that. It's just I'm telling you, it's the familiarity of Aaron Rodgers. They made that whole offensive set. That's why Devontae Adams is there. That's part of Aaron Rodgers' complaint is that all these things have to be perfect for him. This is some of what I mean. I'm just going back to my history of Aaron Rodgers. This is some of what Mike McCarthy was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Him wanting things his way. Now, don't get me wrong. A quarterback like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or somebody like that, or even Aaron Rodgers, I kind of have to agree with him in this regard that this is how I get my production. You have to give me what I want. Even if you're trying to plan to do something different, you can't put me on the team if you plan to do something different because I'm more successful with this. I completely understand. But that's why I feel like Devontae Adams is putting himself in a setup situation where you're now going to have to be disgruntled in the locker room and get pushed on to another team. The older the vets get in this league, talent or not, you can't AB yourself out of situations because people won't pick you up and will just deal with the younger talent because the younger talent is still younger and it's getting and a lot of it's coming out knowing some of the same things these veterans do know. Not some of the IQ, but just some of the nuances of the talent is there. So I just feel like he's going to be in a situation where he's kind of stuck. Don't get me wrong, he's a talented player. They can definitely get a free agent or a quarterback, a veteran, another veteran quarterback if Aaron Rodgers doesn't decide. I mean, if he does decide to come back, that does help you out in the second year. But you're taking a chance of what happened the first year happening where Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, and now you have nothing else to do. Because once Aaron Rodgers comes back, you got to pay him. You got to pay Devontae Adams because he's going to want a restructured deal. So if you bring him back, if they have success throughout these last 10 weeks, you got to find out what you're
Nah,
going
he ain't
to
gonna.
do.
He still got time on his contract. If they traded for him, they took the
Right, right.
contract.
You know, right. You're absolutely right. That's what I said about the Raiders, John. So
Yeah.
again, you're probably looking at about 26 to 28 million next year. So as I said, you just got a lot of money tied up, and if they don't win, right, like I said, right away, he's either going to retire or he's going to be stuck with the same situation that he was with the Raiders when they had Derek Carr. Like it was success when he had Derek Carr, everything was right, and then when they lost, things got broken up because those teams still need to survive after these players leave. I don't think the Jets are planning around Aaron Rodgers more than this year and maybe next year if this move right here has success. But they remember they made this move because they have a losing record right now. You know what I'm saying? And they're not where they want to be, where they projected to be at right now. And they're not looking really good. Brees Hall is having some success right now, but it started off slow for him. And Aaron Rodgers isn't looking like himself with the offense that they have in place at the moment. Devontae Adams, I am sure he's going to help. But like I said, if he doesn't have success this year as far as winning and getting to that chip, it's going to look really shaky on that roster for him having to know who's going to throw to you. And I'm just saying that because of how he has responded in the past about not having a quarterback. He didn't want to wait and be patient for Jordan Love, who's turned out to be really good. You know what I'm saying? Who would have probably helped him out a whole lot. Well, they would have helped each other out, but he probably would have been getting crazy numbers over there in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? Right now that Jordan Love's mature. But you went out there in Oakland and got that 1 year with Derek Carr, and then everything fell apart. And I've just looked at how it looks once it's falling apart. Once the Jets have that same Zach Wilson type of we got to find the quarterback, maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick type of thing, is going to look bad. And when he's not getting the ball, it's going to cause him to have the same, you know what I'm saying, destruction that the Raiders have right now. That's the only reason why I think the Max Crosby play might be in play because he may be just like Jonathan Allen was a few years ago, where, hey, bro, I'm just tired of winning. I'm tired of losing. And you guys told us that you were going to go get this guy, Jaden Daniels. Remember, the Raiders were one of the only teams, or were one of the teams that were involved in trying to move up to that spot. And them not getting that and then going through the quarterback woes they are this year and seeing the success Jaden Daniels has, it's got to be a little bit of a kick in the butt.
I mean, yeah, yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, man, we done held them down for a long time, man. We mean you got to jump up off this so they can get back to it. I don't know if we're gonna do a little bit later on, but I'm about to check these bets, see how I did. Hopefully, I did something well. Any final thoughts?
HTTR, newly known as HTTC. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the gang of Uptown Video 10-year vet on this cast. Glad to bring you the newly revised Washington football team, brand new ass kicking edition of the Washington Panthers versus the Redskins. We did it up today, man. 40 burger twice this year, over 30 points in 4 of 7 games. Pretty good,
Yeah.
man. Pretty good.
Okay, so my final thought is, like I always say, on to next week. This is victory, so we do have Victory Monday coming up, but also coming up is a very big game, another 4 o'clock game, and that's going to be against number one versus number two. Hopefully, Jaden Daniels does make a speedy recovery, and all is well with him. It was just hopefully it's just a little stinger, but we will see next week. So see you guys next week. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been Point B, and I'm signing out.